Just like, nice.
All right. But before we do that, I have one very important question that I think everyone can at least weigh in on. Buggy versus Mr. Satan, who wins?
Oh, that's tough.
The Buggy. My money's on Buggy. Buggy actually has superpowers.
I don't know the answer to this.
Well, Satan, I feel, he's just a human, right?
He is actually the second strongest human outside of the Z Fighters. Because
he's won world tournament.
Who's the first strongest human?
Krillin. Krillin is canonically the strongest human being on the planet.
How is Krillin human? He doesn't have a nose.
How is Tien human? He has an extra eye and can multiply himself or grow extra arms.
Wait, Satan is stronger than Tien Shinhan?
Tien Shinhan has no cannon power level.
God.
Welcome to the Dragon Ball podcast.
I hate DBZ. I fucking hate Dragon Ball Z, but anyway. Fucking love it. Fucking hate it. I fucking love it. I fucking hate it. Anyway.
I was about to say, welcome to being a shonen fan.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
God.
All right, if we're gonna go
Hi,
live,
everybody. How you doing?
I don't know. Are we live already? I don't actually know.
Yeah, we've been live for like a couple of minutes. I think.
like once we got into the Satan versus Buggy, we were live, Tart.
Oh my god.
I see.
I mean, it is a question for the ages, though.
My money is on Buggy just because he can split himself apart. He's got magic powers. Satan doesn't.
You know what would be really cool? If I could host this channel on my channel. But guess what? I can't fucking do that anymore, Twitch!
What happened? What did Twitch do?
Twitch removed the hosting, the ability for you to host other streams.
Yeah.
Why?
Though they at least made
That's a great question, Therapod.
Hey,
and all the answers are dumb.
Hey, Tart, at least they standardized our pay, so we all got paid today.
Hey, yo, hold up.
Yeah, I haven't gotten paid today.
Well, I know they said they were going to pay everyone on literally this week, and my mom literally messaged me first thing. He's like, "Hey, you got a Twitch payout today?" I was like, "Thanks, Mom."
Thanks, Mom.
Mine usually comes in on the 14th.
This is bullshit.
Mine usually comes in on like the 14th or 15th. So.
I love Wiley's already in chat. He hears us. I must check my account.
Oh, I did get paid. It just hasn't registered. It hasn't processed yet. It's in my account, but it is not in my account. Nodders. Wait, no, I didn't. Fuck.
God.
Did I? I'm all.
I wish I got paid. And I say as I don't stream.
True, but if you would like to get paid, everyone, Miss Tweet's commissions are open. You should probably go hit them up if you want a lovely chibi like the ones we have on the screen.
Shush.
Commission Miss Tweetums. This is not. I am not asking.
I am no longer asking.
Yeah, and
Sarah,
if you were,
put the gun down.
I should also point out, if you're watching this on YouTube in the future, there will be a link to their pinned tweet with their rates.
Oh.
I am no longer asking. I'm pulling out the knife.
Wait, Sarah, put the knife down.
No.
Wiley, if you can hear me, I'm sending you a DM. Posted it in the chat.
Commission Miss Tweetums or else. Commission Miss
Wiley's
Tweetums
not a
or else.
mod? Damn it, nobody's a mod around here. Fuck.
Or Commission Miss Tweetums or the peepee gets it.
I'm gonna cry.
Good, do it.
We have fun here.
We do have fun.
What are you gonna do? Cry? Piss your pants, maybe?
You little piss, baby.
Wait, did you use my real name there for a second?
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
I heard Jeff for a second. I was like, whoa. Okay, I'll dial back the jokes. Okay.
Good, he just takes 10% off the top there, champ.
That was the equivalent of your mom using your middle name there.
Whoa. All right, hold up. I thought we were friends here.
Whoa, Maurice. Slow down, Maurice. Came in here raving.
Meanwhile, I'm in here starting to stream like this every time.
I wish all artists the very, but that's me when I fucking tip my artists.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, chat and YouTube, if you're watching this, tip your fucking artists, or I'm coming for you. Hold on, where's my knife?
Yeah.
All of us here
I
just
don't
playing.
think that click is loud enough to come up on the microphone. Tip your fucking artists, or I'm coming for your knees.
Here, let me try. How's that?
There we go. That's better.
I
Tip
just
your
love-
fucking
Does
artists.
everybody have knives? Why does everybody have knives?
In the mortal words of Marge Simpson, I just think they're neat.
Yeah.
I need mine to protect myself. I live in Tennessee.
Welcome to Threatened Stream.
I mean, true. But then again, we're in the Underdark. Everything is threatening to us.
True. Speaking of, do we want? That sounds like a great segue for us to get started.
Alrighty then.
Well, let's fucking do it.
Hello, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Welcome to another episode of A Web of Deceit. I am your humble Dumble Master, the one and only pudding pastry, the farting tart, and I am joined by my I need some alliteration. I need alliteration. Quick, CG.
There you go.
That will also do it.
I am so sorry.
How do you write that? I don't know how to spell that.
It is BL about 15A. But yes, let's go down the horn and introduce all of our players. Let's start with Theropod.
Hi, hello. It is me, the disaster, the disaster human being. Hi, hello. Twitch.tv, Theropod Art. Twitter.com, Theropod_art. Commissions are open. Wednesday is Ravenloft. Saturday's Gobtober. Thursdays I'm here. Monday I got a gaming stream. Where? Commissions are open. But commission Miss Tweetums. I'm good. Go commission Miss Tweetums.
Listen, I
That
have
sounds like a perfect segue onto our next person, Miss Tweetums.
Oh, hi. You can find me over at Twitter at Miss Tweetums, where I occasionally post art and memes. Commissions are open if you are interested. Please check my pinned tweet.
And you are interested, points gun.
Only if you can. Only if you got the budget for it. It's fine. And yeah. Speaking of knives, Burnout Vaughn, where can they find you?
Well, they've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. They can find me on YouTube and Twitter at BurnoutVaughn, where I will be making sure to upload this, where I put everybody's Twitters into the episode description, so that you can find them and commission them. And jokes on both of you, I might be getting a TSA signing bonus coming up, so you're both getting commissioned.
Let's go!
Good shit.
Yeah. Aside from that, we have Cholta Personality on Tuesday for Tomb of Annihilation. We have this for the rest of Thursdays in October, Web of Deceit. Gotta love it. Then we have this Saturday is Saved by the Spell, our Strixhaven game. A lot happened. Tartan CG, are you sweating yet?
I'm always sweating, gamer. No, for real. Like, I should probably see a doctor.
But yeah, things are
All right.
heating up there. So be on the lookout for that. And then on every other Saturday, me and X Wiley Willie are going through random games for Satire Day. We don't know what we're doing. We weren't prepared for Shapeshifting Detective, and after 3 streams of it, it'll break our brain if we do any more. So we need to find something else. So stay on the lookout for that. CG, where can they not find you?
Hello, I am CG. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me doing basically just D&D things that happen to also be things that Farting Tart is a part of. I am part of 4 D&D issues, or 4 D&D games currently. There is the long-running War of the Shattered Sun over on Farting Tart's channel, of which he also DMs.
Hi,
There
that's
is
me.
There is this game, obviously, every Thursday for this month, that Farting Tart also DMs.
Hi, that's me.
There is Saved by the Spell, which was previously mentioned, which not too long ago, Farting Tart joined as a guest. And there
Hey,
is,
that's me.
and on every other Tuesday on Farting Tart's channel,
Hey,
we
that's
do
me.
The Curse of Strahd, where he is a player and I am the DM. I cannot escape this man. What gypsy has cursed me?
Don't use. Don't.
Yeah.
Romani?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I forgot
that's
that. I
another
forgot
one.
that. That's
You're
negative,
good. You're good. Just don't do it again.
Baba Lai Saga.
Yeah, it's probably Baba Lai
To bring
Saga.
it back to Curse of Strahd.
Hmm.
Nuts. All right. All right. All right. All right.
All right.
Do we want to go ahead and I guess I didn't show myself. Fuck. I just kind of said who I was.
Chill.
I got a
Yeah,
shill. Well, besides all the stuff that CG already mentioned, the mini games that we are a part of, you can find me at twitch.tv/FartingTart, where I do D&D. I do variety games. You can find me also at places like the Jake for Legacy of the Deal Breakers. You can find me at twitch.tv/TrashKingArisen for Bears of the Torch. You can also find me, as I mentioned before, at twitch.tv/FartingTart, where tomorrow I'm going to be playing the cursed Dead Space game, Dead Space 3, with my buddy Johnny, which is going to be fun. I haven't played that game in about 5 years, and I don't know if Johnny's played it at all. So this is going to be a good time. But also on Saturday, I'm going to be playing I'm going to be starting my first ever playthrough of Pokemon White as a Dono lock, where it's a Nuzlocke, except you can pay money to fuck with me. So yeah. Example A. Hey, I caught a Pat Rat. Pat Rat Hater 69 donates $100 and kills the Pat Rat. That's just one of the many things you could do.
I'm sorry. When you said that, all I could think about is the ancient DeviantArt meme of "Stop fucking ants, ant fucker 69." No.
But yes, that's me. Let's go ahead and roll our test rolls, and we can go ahead and get started. For
Well-
those who don't remember, a test roll is to see if anyone can start the game with inspiration.
Well,
and it is a flat D20.
well, after we do our
I
test
will.
rolls, we also have to do the lead-in with our lovely theme song.
Yes.
Natural
I will.
1, baby.
Yay!
I rolled a 13.
Also
17.
rolled a 13.
Aw, look at you two.
Wait. With our 13s combined, could we get inspiration?
No.
Oh.
By our 13s combined, you will acquiesce. But that's the perfect lead-in for me to play the lovely theme song created by our lovely friend, one X Wiley Willie. So please, enjoy. All right, Tart, take us away.
Hello. All right, let me find some appropriate music. Deep within the tunnels of the Underdark, the shining beacon of Kara-Goah has fallen victim to a series of disappearances. 4 individuals, summoned under the watchful eye of one of the city's nobles, have now begun to investigate further into what is likely a series of kidnappings. While speaking with the family of one of the victims, the party's target, one of the party members began looking closer into a mysterious figure hidden in the shadows, one that seemed to be observing them from a distance. Just as the party prepared to journey over to their next lead, they discovered said figure sneaking into the second floor of a neighborhood home. We pick back up where we last left off. The rest of you have come out from Skorg's house. And Blaine, you have just watched this goblin figure who's been sort of watching you from a distance go into the same house that you had just seen a couple church members come out of. A couple of clergymen. I don't remember, and somebody can remind me, if everybody was together or if Blaine was still separated when you guys came out.
I believe we were separated.
That's what I thought. I just wanted confirmation. So
Uh-oh, we split the party.
you did split the party. So the rest of you noticed that Blaine, who you knew was outside, is not around when you walk out. If I remember correctly, Blaine had told Newton that he was going to be tracking down the goblin.
Yeah,
This mysterious goblin individual.
he still has my tooth, which has a range of 10 miles to telepathically
Yeah.
message me.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he's not saying anything, I'd probably look to start talking to the group about what we found in the house.
All right. We'll go ahead and start with you guys and let you sort of discuss above game about anything that you discuss. Or if you want, we can put just a slight hold on that and we could do Blaine's thing, and then you guys can all have that discussion when you're together.
I'm fine with doing Blaine's things first.
Okay.
Yeah. I have no strong feelings one way or another.
Futurama references.
Mhm.
Futurama reference, my favorite kind of reference. Go
What
ahead and
makes a man turn
gain
neutral?
inspiration, Therapod.
Wait, what?
I'm giving you inspiration for the Futurama reference because I love
Oh,
Futurama.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I will
Notes?
use that inspiration for...
Putting that in my War of the Shattered Sun notes.
But Blaine,
Yeah, go ahead.
Blaine, you have just seen this goblin climb into an open window on the second floor. You're unsure as to what room exactly the window is connected to, and you notice that it's a bit of a feat to climb up from where you currently are up to that window, because there's no there's a drainage pipe on the side of the building, but there's no proper
Handholds.
landing to stand on.
Hmm.
Go ahead and make me just a wisdom check. Just a standard wisdom check.
$15.
It would take a bit of effort, but you're pretty confident you could scale that wall. It's not super high.
Blaine sighs a little bit as he kind of walks on over to the bottom of the wall, and he just kind of sits down his massive maul, and he stands on top of the one side of it. It's like, I'm leaving you for a bit. I'll be back. Don't go nowhere. And I'd like to attempt to scale the wall.
Make me an athletics check.
27.
You, in you masterfully, like a professional, just run up to the wall, you kick up, and you sort of shoot yourself upwards, up onto the windowsill, and you grab it, and you are able to pull yourself up. You pull yourself into what looks like a bedroom. At first glance, you don't see the goblin individual that you saw before. The room itself is fairly small. It seems like it's probably a guest bedroom rather than a main bedroom. There's the one window that you're at. There's one on because the room you're looking into is on the corner of the building. So there's another window to your left. There's a bed. There's a dresser. There's a closet, like a standing closet, a wardrobe, if you will. And a small desk in the corner, as well as a door on your right. The door is closed.
Hmm. First things first, Blaine is going to send a message out. I'm pursuing the goblin into some bloke's house. Ones that the priests were just visiting. The moment I'm in the bedroom where he climbed in, I haven't made sight of him yet.
You'll hear back from Newt. How far away are you? Any landmarks we can use to find you?
Blaine, you are just across the street. You're about 5 houses down, but you're right across the
All right, I'm a couple of houses down. You'll be able to identify which house it is by the giant mall sitting in the yard underneath a window.
That would make a suitable landmark, yes.
Newt's eye twitches, but he nods.
Blaine, you think you sense a nod.
So Blaine, looking around, Goblin has disappeared by the looks of it.
Yes, you don't make just with your first sweep of the room, your first glance at the room, you don't see him initially, but you know that he entered this room.
I'm gonna head on over to the wardrobe and see if there are any signs of entry.
Make me an investigation check. Also, just for my reference, what is your passive perception?
12.
12. Okay. I forgot to grab this after last week, so I will make sure to put that down in my notes.
5. That's about right.
Kind of looking at it, the wardrobe is old, and there are a lot of there's a lot of scratches and marks on it from wear and tear. You're not able to discern if any of them are recent.
He's not going to commit to the wardrobe just yet. You said that there's a bed, and what else in here?
There's a dresser right next to the wardrobe. There's the wardrobe itself. There's a bed off in the corner. Pretty standard, about it looks like a double bed. Nothing fancy or anything. And then there's a desk in the corner.
He's going to make his way
it looks like a writing desk.
He's going to make his way over to the desk and look under.
Go ahead and make... No, I'm just kidding. You look over, and even from where you're standing, you can see under the desk. There's nothing under the desk.
Okay.
It's a pretty, subpar desk. It's almost... It kind of looks like one of those, school, children's desks.
Mm-hmm. Seeing that there's not really a lot of room to hide or anything, he'll look on over to the bed, first seeing if there's a form underneath the sheets, and then taking a look underneath it.
You look over to the bed, and it was hard to tell originally because it is admittedly fairly dark in this room. It does look like there is a small figure under the covers.
Mm. Out of curiosity, what I know it's hard to say for the Underdark, but what time of day is it? Is it still like it's not the equivalent of nighttime yet, is it?
That is a difficult question to answer because Kara-Goah is the equivalent of like underground New York City or Las Vegas. So it's kind of this perpetual always night, and people just kind of sleep whenever they feel like it. If you want to though to determine like what if now is what would constitute as nighttime, make me a survival check.
8.
You have no idea.
Oh.
It's hard to tell anyway, and you're just like I don't fucking. You lost interest a long time ago.
Don't like this, but I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna uh, try and peel back the covers very slowly to see who might be underneath.
Make me stealth or sleight of hand. Actually, I'm gonna call it the sleight of hand.
Well, thank God.
Because I know stealth for you would be disadvantage.
Oh boy. Oh, 20.
Wow. Okay. You, with ever so much grace, you slowly peel back the covers. And you find underneath a child sleeping peacefully. Looks like a drow child. Young, very, very young. Probably no more than what would constitute as like 5 years old. Because I know elven years are weird.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The equivalent of a 5-year-old.
Blaine will slowly put the covers back, and he is going to mentally send a message to Newt. Bedroom is occupied. I haven't seen the goblin come out, but there's a sleeping child in here.
I need a quick thing about that tooth.
Okay.
Does the tooth work like the message or sending spells?
I will open up for you here in chat. 1 second.
That would be lovely.
Eerie token. So what you want to look at is
Okay, it
telepathic message.
specifies it is telepathic. Okay. I will let it slide that it does not need a verbal component then.
Well, it needs a material component. It needs a part of my body that I'm willing to
Okay.
cut or tear off.
All right. I will still forego the verbal component for this. So, I had to make sure that the strange elderly man was not talking right above this child.
Oh,
Into
God.
a
His
tooth.
walkie-talkie.
He just pulls up the tooth. He puts the tooth to his ear. Curdle.
Well, no. I also realized I have the perfect name for this thing. It's his newt tooth.
Oh my God.
Yes, I have sent the message
Proceed
on.
with your. Okay.
Then I will reply back. If you can, check under the bed. I hope there isn't fungus.
Blaine will attempt to do so.
You look under the bed. And waiting for you almost as if it had known you were going to do so. You feel a poke in your good eye. Go ahead and make me... I'm going to call this a con save.
Huh, natural one.
You feel something jab you in the eye, and they get you good. I'm going to roll some damage. Not a ton, but I'm going to roll some. You take 6. I guess this would technically be piercing damage.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And you kind of like fall back on like from the force right on your eye. You instinctively, because you've been in a number of fights where people play dirty and they go for the eyes. You know to pull back when somebody like goes for your eyes, so you do, and you stumble and you fall. Make me a, well, I would say stealth check with disadvantage, but I guess for you that's just the stealth check.
Natural one again.
Oh
My
my
God.
No. So you start stumbling back and you catch your foot on what you now realize was to be the small like rug in the center of the floor, and your foot like sort of slips on it. The rug like kind of twists and you fall flat on your back, and you hear a number of things. You hear one, a small set of footprints scampering away from you. And then you hear, Dad!
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
What do you do?
Uh-oh.
Do I have any way of telling where the footprints scampered off to?
Make me, I'm gonna say perception check with disadvantage.
Well,
11.
11.
It is based on hearing as opposed to sight.
You are unsure. The screaming is, you start to make it out. You can tell it goes past you, but then the screaming erupts in the room and you lose it almost immediately. And this child is just like, well, screaming in a way that you would assume any 5-year-old would scream when they wake up to find a strange man in their bedroom.
what have you done?
You kind of rub at your eye and you kind of realize they got you good. You feel your eye is like beginning to tear up and you're just kind of like, fuck. You begin to hear footsteps coming up the stairs. What do you do? I should put on some more dramatic music. Hold on.
Yeah, probably.
Fuck.
I believe in CG's ability to salvage this.
Oh yes, I'm sure this is going to be.
I believe.
Yes, you hear a set of
believe.
footsteps quickly coming up the stairs.
I know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to see. I know. I'm going to jump off the balcony and into the window, but I'm not actually going to fall off. Instead, I'm going to hang from the windowsill, and I'm going to cast with one of 2 spells that I know, invisibility.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Dwergar.
All right. I'm gonna need 2 things. I am going to forego, because you're casting invisibility, I'm going to forego a performance check to make it seem like you leap out, and then we're going to go straight athletics.
22.
Another nat 1 on the other side.
I know, it's not a good day for me. That
Ooh.
I would like to point out that is technically my 4th nat one of the evening.
It is. You
Lord.
begin to hang from the windowsill, and you hear the door burst open, and you hear a male voice go, "What's wrong? There's a man. He jumped out the window." What? And you hear a set of footprints approach, and someone, a drow man, which you now realize to be the man that you saw talking with the clergyman before, kind of begins to lean out the windowsill and begins looking around. He's gonna make a perception check. Okay. I need from you, Blaine, an insight check.
Another nat one on another side, but 19.
Jesus.
You see him look around, and then his eyes go down into the backyard, and they stop. And you realize your mall is back there.
Yeah, I knew it. Couldn't bring
And-
it
It's fucked up now.
You have
He-
fucked up.
He grabs the window and he slams it shut right down on your fingies, because he doesn't know you're there. I need a deck save as you either a I need either a con save to No. I'm thinking, sorry. Well, first let me roll damage on your fingies. You take 2 fingy damage.
I'm scared to press this button, but okay. 13, we're okay. So I'm still invisible.
You are still invisible. I'm trying to think of what save I need you to make.
Is it for him to hold on to the windowsill?
Yes.
That'd probably be best.
Well,
a
I'm trying to
strength check.
think. I'm trying to think. Would Blaine make an attempt to still hold on, or once he gets his fingies crushed, would he instinctively let go?
He would let go. He would willingly
Okay.
fall once he closes the window.
Okay. Then make me a deck save to make sure you land all right.
20.
Okay. You take no damage as you sort of as you land on the floor on the ground. It wasn't a very far drop, and you're able to sort of catch yourself before without taking any real damage. What do? You
All right.
You hear from above you, "Stay here," and you
All right.
begin to hear footsteps.
I'm going to... So is this like fenced in somehow?
No, is
Okay.
not. Well, it's fenced in. There's like a very thin, like a very small, like fence barrier, but it's not really a fence. It's just kind of like a couple pieces of wood as like a divider between the yards,
Gotcha.
which I guess in reality is what a fence is. It's a fence, but it's not a fence. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking. Because if I pick up the mall, it's not going to become invisible.
Would it not?
Would it?
Wearing or
Anything the
carrying?
target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person. I would say if you pick up that maul, it would turn invisible.
All right. Then he will grab the maul best he can, and he's going to make his way like... Because he saw where the door was to the house, right?
Yes.
So he is going to make his way clockwise around the lawn so he doesn't accidentally bump into his into the father who might be coming down, and he's
Mhm.
going to make his way back out to the street.
Okay.
He is also going to send a message to Newt damn bastard got me in the eye. Unfortunately woke up the child. Been made by the father. Heading out into the street invisible now.
Newt'll just be like, try to get back to us. We won't move.
Alright.
Blaine,
Just imagine Dahlia is like holding her little slug like a long cat to see how long it'll go and showing it to the phantasm like look at my pet slug.
Meanwhile, Newt
it
is just
does
standing
get
there twitching.
abnormally long.
Phantasm is just like, do you? Is the slime some sort of component for any spells or anything, or do you just have this thing?
Nah, I like you know like how we got those letters? I got this pen and it pricked me and I drew like a little bit of blood. And like the next thing I knew, this cute little thing like came up and from my blood. So his name is Bob. He's cool, right?
Yeah, Bob is cool.
Newt's
Would you
twitching
like
becomes
to
much more.
hold? Would you like to hold him?
Fuck it. Phantasm will hold out a hand, I guess, and let.
Dahlia will place Bob into your hand and just look at you like dead in the eye somehow and be like, now you're touching my blood.
This isn't some sort. This isn't some sort of curse, is it?
Unless being friends with me is a curse, then yes.
Phantasm, having like all the armor and the gloves on, you can't quite feel Bob, but you can feel the coldness
I
of
just
his
want.
presence on your hand.
I just want the slug to just like an octopus just like slide in through like one of like the like holes in my armor and just like fucking just like
Don't say that. I will absolutely do that.
just like just super uncomfy with this, but going
High or
along with
low?
it because Phantasm does like seem to like critters and stuff. So
High or low?
fuck, I choose to fail whatever you're doing.
Okay. You feel it. You feel that coldness begin to sort of find its way up your arm, and it isn't before long until it finds a small section of your armor where it's able to crawl in.
Phantasm will just let the slimy little creature live in the armor now. That's its home now. That's
And-
where it'll stay.
Dahlia vanishes from existence.
Oh, well, bye, Dahlia.
Oh, okay, all right.
Bye, Felicia.
She just looks up at Phantasm and is like, aw, he likes you.
I'll get the bowl for that. Just I'm flattered.
Dude, did you want to hold Bob? I know you're dying to hold him. You're twitching with excitement.
The eye twitch is only becoming more pronounced, and Newt's just gonna be like, Dahlia, you haven't known me long enough to know how ironic that statement is.
As you guys are having this conversation, Blaine, you are able to make your way around the house, and you hear from the backyard, you hear, "Where did you go? I know you're here!" But you keep moving, and you reunite with the group. How close do you get to the group before you turn back visible?
I don't.
Okay.
I'm staying invisible until the time's up, honestly. But
Okay.
I will whisper as I approach. I'm here.
Phantasm, you do feel the presence of someone approach.
Mm-hmm. I will just just even though I'm major uncomfy with the blood slug in my armor, I will just kind of just gesture to Dahlia and Newt, just like something invisible is approaching. I'll just point to the general direction.
Oh.
And it's at that moment when you guys hear Blaine.
All right. Let's find someplace to talk because we found some things in that house I would very much like to go over. And hopefully not get arrested.
You guys are
Why
pretty.
would... Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Why would we be arrested? Have we done something illegal?
Why don't you ask our friend who's currently invisible?
Oh,
Just will
currently
turn to
only
the invisible
one of you
person.
has done something illegal.
Adalia just shrugs and's like, I haven't done anything illegal.
Smile.
Yeah, smiles.
Hi, my existence is murder.
But yeah, can we just... And he'll just, like, start gesturing back towards the alley we came from. Just please, just follow me, please.
Following.
We have a lot to unpack.
Wait, do you even know where you're going? You just came to this town, did you not?
I can remember we came through an alley.
If we get lost, it's your fault.
I'll give Newt the help action.
all right. Sounds like there's gonna be a check involved. Newt, make me a survival check. Flat. Considering you're getting the help action.
Go to the alley that's across the street we came from. Okay. 11.
You're able to find your way to the alley.
If I couldn't, I would just, Newt would lay down. Just pull the Squidward, future. But yeah, once we get to the alley. Okay. So, that house had 2 very red flags for someone in my line of work. And before we go any further, he'll turn to Dahlia. Could I see your hat for just 1 second?
Why?
Because what we found under the bed leads me to believe that we should be avoiding all fungus.
The hat stays, and so do my fungi.
All right. So, all right. Starting from the top, we've discovered the priests going around are priests of Lolth, which I should have thought about when I came to the Underdark, but I had a lot to unpack getting here. That's already a very bad sign in my line of work, because her title is the Demon Queen of Spiders, which I think we've already had a red flag dealing with those, and our goblin friend. He'll look to the group and the general area wherever Blaine's supposed to be.
The general area of Blaine nods.
Oh, my cousins. Charming.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, well, we'll get to that, but there's several problems with Lolth being involved, considering she might not even be directly involved. 2 other members of her pantheon also reside in the Abyss. Selvatarm and Kieran Sali. Selvatarm has control over spiders as well, and Kieran Sali could make people disappear because they have a thing for bodies. But what I'm more concerned about, and again he'll gesture towards your fungus, would be a different demon lord. The demon princess of Rot, Zagutmoy, progenitor of all fungus. under the bed, presumably on the wife's side, there was a patch of magical fungus growing. Sagutmoy has a habit of growing fungus on people that slowly erodes their will and their sense of self until they are nothing but mindless worshippers of her to be absorbed in her collective. Which would explain people going missing without any sign of violence.
Vaughn had Vaughn had a lot of questions for me above game after last session.
Let's just say I may know a lot about the Nine Hells and the Abyss. But yeah.
Also, it's I believe the pronunciation is Zugmoy.
I've never found anyone who could agree on their pronunciation. I'm gonna be real with you.
That's why I said
Dahlia-
I think.
Dahlia would raise her hand and be like, "So this would be a bad time to tell you the spiders from earlier had red moss like the one under the bed then?"
Well, you told me that, but that's a good thing to share with the rest.
I will clarify. Newt, you never saw what was under the bed. You just felt it.
Well, you did tell me it was a fungus.
I said it was squishy. It was gross and squishy.
I remember that somehow fungus was brought up because that's how immediately I went to this place, but... So, that's already a sign. There's a lot of things I still need to get information on. Specifically, Blaine, what type of people lived in that house you were just in?
Couple of drow. There was a small child of 5 in there that unfortunately had disturbed their slumber.
And our missing person is also a drow.
Haha, I'm in danger.
You actually could be in a lot more danger than you think, because if we find out that the only people going missing are drow, we move from demon territory to devil territory.
Hey, Tart.
Hmm.
I'm familiar with Bree. What race were they?
They were drow.
Lines up with the individual that I happen to be summoned about. Or at least asked to look into.
So we have at least 2 confirmed missing drow. And our lead, which would be the goblin, going into the house of another drow. That makes me slightly less inclined to believe that this is Lolth's doing. But somebody with a grudge against Lolth could also be at work.
I
Speaking of the
wonder if I can talk to my cousins of the cloth then about it.
Well, that... I'm going to be real, that makes me uncomfortable, but yeah, no, that'd probably be at least a good place to find a lead.
Technically,
But I
we all...
think the first thing we should do is hit up that bar.
Well, about that, you mentioned finding a new lead, but we still have one that's currently, and he just used, well, he can't be seen, but the one that is currently still trapped in a house with civilians.
It never left.
Well, admittedly, I can't be sure, but once it got me in my good eye, it scampered off somewhere.
Blaine, make me... Make me a history check.
Oh boy. 15.
You only heard the door one time when you were in there, and that was when the dad came in. Do with that as you will.
Now, The goblin, as far as I could tell, was unable to get out. The door only opened once when the father came in, but they might also have a good hiding spot. Also might have been able to get out the window, but I don't think that was the case. I didn't see them after I made my attempted to escape, and I didn't see any telltale signs. So as it were, that goblin is discovered in that house, something might happen.
So, you want us to go back to this house where you've traumatized some children and made a parent paranoid.
Not necessarily. I'm simply stating that that is a lead that we have not pursued to conclusion. And again, he's not visible, but he would look over to the phantasm. I believe that one of us in this party would very much like a child not to be in danger.
Indeed. But did you have to trespass? They're going to be on edge now. If we knock on their door, they'll be highly suspicious of us.
Hey,
Oh. Well,
Newt.
not me. I'm
Newt.
a
Sorry, go ahead.
cleric. Oh, Dahlia just points at herself as like, I'm a cleric. If priests are going around blessing houses, I can probably do that too.
You all hear the
She
sound.
smiles.
You all hear a tiny voice emerge from behind Newt. Hello? Invisible imp over here. Just send me in.
Yeah, I can go in and
The cat can
bless
talk.
the house. The cat can talk. Oh my gosh. So here's the game plan. If you really want to go into this lead, I can go in and be like, hey, some weirdo passed me by. I'm a cleric. If you want your house to be blessed from weirdos with big mallets, I can totally do that. And the kitty here can like come with me. Right, kitty?
Yeah. Yeah. You see him kind of like scratch the back of his head a little bit.
That's fine. I could probably also make my way in. I've got some official papers outside the ones we've gotten.
Yeah, but do you think they're really gonna talk to a hunter-like looking dude with horns coming from his head? Or do you think they're gonna talk to someone like me? She like jazz hands and
the most unenthusiastic jazz hands anyone has ever seen.
You know
She is
what?
only slightly out of line, but she is right. We are a bit out of place here.
Newt just throws up his hands. Fine, fine. I'll do my
Very
best to scout
well.
around in case it tries to get outside.
probably the best idea.
Uh,
Now, can you like point me to this house? Cause like I don't know which house you went to and like traumatize these poor like child who's probably dreaming about like I don't know, fun stuff.
You feel a hand on your shoulder. I'll leave up that. I'll remove my hand when we get to the house. Just walk down the street that way.
Okay.
Cobbler, you know where to go.
That I do. So from the sounds of it, you are returning to the house. Yes?
The phantasm will find a spot sort of away from the house, maybe in like a separate alley, and just kind of just slink
Well-
away in the shadows.
Before we do anything,
Okay.
Newt's just going to, you'll see a flash of fire in his eyes, and a heat haze will actually form around every member of the party. And pass without a trace.
Oh, very nice,
Mm.
very nice.
Ooh.
Does
Nice.
that apply, Cobbler? It
yes.
Dope.
All right, so just so everyone's on the same page, right now I'm masking a certain amount of our presence. If you're talking to someone, they'll notice you. But as long as you're quiet or not blatant, they won't notice something you do. Got it?
Note.
All right,
No.
so
Noted, says the Invisible Man.
yeah, so
Hey, Invisible Man and Plate Mail. I'll take all advantage I can get.
yeah.
Within 30 feet. Okay. Here's a question. Could I be on top of the house actually and still get the pass without a trace, or is that not possible?
It's in 30 feet of me, so as long as I'm near the house.
I was about to say, as long as Newt is near the house, I would allow it.
Yeah. It's still at disadvantage because, heavy armor, but I'd like to do the Batman stakeout on top of the house.
Listen, I may have taken the spell because I knew how many people were taking heavy armor.
So that'll be an 18.
All right, that's still good.
All right, I'll also do a stealth check just to try to stay near the house without bringing
Yeah,
up
anyone
alarm.
who wants to roll stealth, go on ahead. I'll need one for Cobbler as well.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
That's
As-
28.
As I'm on top of the house, I'm just, Bob, what do you sense?
Oh no, Bob
you hear a
became Robin.
slight purring from inside your armor.
And Cobbler has a 27 stealth.
Cobbler is also invisible, so he actually has a 35 stealth.
True.
Fuck. What have I done? I
boy.
didn't think at level fucking 7 we would already be hitting like 35s and whatnot. All right.
Listen, I got exactly one expertise, and I knew exactly where it was going.
Dahlia, you are approaching the house to distract the father, yes?
Yes.
All right. As your friends are, well, as your companions.
And
Are
friend. Phantasm is her friend now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
to know. Has the Bob seal of approval.
Yes.
As your companions and friend are getting into position, you begin to approach the house. I presume you knock on the door.
Of course.
All right. You knock. And there is a bit of a rushed footstep as you see a taller, broad-shouldered drow man who kind of opens the door, and he has something behind his back. It's very obvious to tell he's not doing a very good job of hiding whatever the fact that he's hiding something. And he kind of looks at you. He opens the door only a little way and goes, "Yes."
Sorry to bother you. I am from the Lolth Church. Some of my fellow clerics came earlier, and I was finishing up when I was pushed by a rather large, weird individual, and I just wanted to make sure that this neighborhood was safe.
I'm just changing music real quick. No, that's too extreme. He lunges
Fighting
at you.
music. Oh no!
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a deception check with advantage.
Okay. Deception. That's a 13.
He looks at you and he kind of squints his eyes and goes, You were with the other two. Why weren't you here before then? He seems to be questioning you.
I was blessing another house further down the street. Especially since one close by has recently disappeared.
kind of begins thinking for a moment. He seems unsure because your deception makes sense, but he thinks he can tell that something's off. And so he kind of
mean-
thinks for a few moments.
I believe you know of Skorg by perchance.
Oztec? Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yes, unfortunately, his wife has disappeared recently. Poor child.
You see
I
his
stopped
eyes
by.
his eyes move from you over to the Oztec house a bit further down the street.
Poor child is scared. So I offered some prayers of safety for them both. And
Huh.
with weirdos running around and pushing people, you can never be too safe.
Make me
Right.
another deception check with advantage.
Okay. Natural 20!
Nice, nice, nice.
He kind of thinks for a moment. I didn't think Oztec was a religious man. Huh. All right. Yes.
Events in our life can change us for better or for worse.
Right. Yes, please. Feel free to come in. He kind of opens the door a bit more. Do whatever you see fit.
But of course, my compatriots from earlier, did they bless the entire house or just a single room?
They blessed the bedrooms as well as all entryways. The doors, the
Excellent.
windows.
Excellent. I'll go ahead and re-bless those to ensure safety.
I thank you.
And I was gonna say, as we're approaching the house, if my detect magic had gone off, I would have ritual cast my way up there.
Okay. So I would say in this circumstances, you cast it again.
Okay.
You do, from where you're standing, sort of like coming into the entryway of the house, you do detect two similar points of divination magic, like you did in the Oztec house.
But no points of like that weird thing from earlier.
What do you mean?
Or oh no, never mind. So 2 points of deviation. And
Coming from upstairs, I should clarify.
okay.
As this is going on, you're kind of hearing on your end. All right, I'm looking into the kid's bedroom. I'm not seeing fucking creepy guy McKillicuddy up in here.
All right.
Yeah,
Check
I'm
under
gonna
the
go
bed.
on. Yeah, all right. Kid looks terrified.
So definitely don't drop your invisibility.
Remind me never to wake up next to Blaine, all right?
I don't think any of us want to do that.
There's a few moments of silence. And then you hear, gross. There's a bunch of, like, muck under here. Looks like mold, but grosser, like wetter.
Not a good sign. Check the other bedrooms, see if you find anything else under the beds or anything else around.
I gotta see if I can fit under this door. Can you go ahead and make me a dex check for
Why,
for
sure.
Cobbler?
Luckily, his one positive stat, but only a 10.
Okay, that's fine. You hear a small pop on the other side. Oh, that's my back. Okay. Yep, we're good. Alright, where the fuck is this other bedroom? Who designs their house like this? We will come back to that in a moment. Dahlia, we return back to you. Actually, I guess I should ask, Blaine and Phantasm. Phantasm, I know you're on top of the house. Blaine, what are you doing at this moment?
Well, I'm currently invisible, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to take a spot kind of in, I guess, along a wall along the street where he is unlikely to bump into anyone but has a good view of the house as well.
Okay. Then I will say, as you both are in advantageous positions, both of you go ahead and make me perception checks. Phantasm, I'm going to give you advantage because you are on the roof.
It's a 12, so.
Okay.
Wow.
And then I'm a 13.
Yeah, Phantasm
Oh,
is
no,
doing
I'm sorry, I'm a
Batman
4.
shit of just, looking out,
Mhm.
hearing and listening for evil.
You both see nothing really out of the ordinary. Blaine, you can see down the road there is what perhaps is like a crier or something. He's walking around with like a sort of feathered hat. He looks like he's got a stack of like that looks like newspapers or something. You're not entirely sure. And as he kind of turns and he kind of looks in your general direction, not at you directly because he can't fucking see you. You can see he has a very creepy smile on his face, like Joker-esque smile. And you can see a couple people kind of like keep their distance from him as they walk by him. But he just kind of continues walking. He doesn't really say anything to anyone. But everything seems kosher for you two at the moment. Coming back to Dahlia. Yeah, actually exactly like that. That is exactly what I had envisioned, CJ.
Oh.
I don't like that. I don't
Oh
like
my
that.
god. I don't like that.
Cutting back to Dahlia.
Things I don't like. That.
Sorry, did you have something,
Yes.
CJ?
No, it's just, I don't know, like, this man's interesting, but boy, I don't know what I can do at this juncture.
All right. Cutting back to Dahlia. You are beginning to make your way through the house. I'm not even going to make you roll like a deception check or like a performance check or anything to bless or quote bless the entranceways and everything, because you would either know what the proper ritual would be or at least know what to do to make it look like you're blessing it. So no check required, but you're beginning to make your way through the house. Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just kind of being a distraction at the moment?
She will be on the lookout for like any like goblin-like things, I guess, if the goblin is still in the house.
Make me a
And
perception check.
Also the squishy.
Okay. I presume you were trying to make your way towards the signs of divination magic.
Yes.
Okay.
Perception 21.
You kind of look around and you kind of make sure to check like corners and behind large things to see if you spot this goblin that Blaine mentioned had come in, and you don't find him. You eventually make your way upstairs and yeah?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I don't know if y'all heard that. That was my dog.
No,
Oh.
we didn't hear.
Okay.
We didn't hear Nugget. We just heard you just turn and go, yeah.
He just like loudly like hacked behind me, and I was just kind of like, "You good?"
No. Nugget.
We're fine. But you come up to a door, and based on your detect magic, you can tell that one of those symbols, one of the not symbols. One of the points of divination magic is behind the door. As you sort of approach the father, who's been kind of loosely following you, not like close enough to like peek over your shoulder, but just kind of like making sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. He seems a bit on edge. He kind of stops you and goes, "That is my child's room. Um, we had a bit of a scare earlier. I don't know if she's still awake."
I'm terribly sorry. Would it be possible for me to re-bless this room?
Yes. Give me just one moment. It kind of like scoots past you, and he kind of knocks on the door. Sweetie, are you awake? Yeah, Dad, I'm awake. All right, I'm coming in. And he kind of opens the door slowly, and inside, Dahlia, you see a small bedroom. And you see a very scared child, about the equivalent of a 5-year-old, sitting on the bed. Dad kind of walks in a little bit. Hi, sweetie. Are you doing better? I'm okay. I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. That's all right. We have a guest here. Someone. Do you remember the 2 men who came earlier and they were blessing the house? Yeah, I remember. This nice lady here would like to do it again for us to make sure that hopefully that scary man doesn't come back. Is that okay with you? Can she come in and do that? Child sort of thinks for a moment, and they quietly like nod their head. All right, here, come with me. And he goes over to the child and he picks her up, and as he's kind of scooting past you once more, and he goes, "Room is all yours. We will be downstairs."
Quick.
Thank you.
Dahlia will give a curtsy and will look to the room, ready to bless.
Okay. You begin kind of like thinking to yourself and kind of mapping out where the divination magic is coming from, and you determine it. God, I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. To be like in the Aztec house, under the bed.
So one point is behind the door and the other is under the bed?
One seems to be in a different room. The other, the closer one,
Okay.
seems to be under the child's bed.
Okay. Dahlia will take a look under the bed.
Okay. You see underneath the bed what appears to be runes. Magical runes drawn in this what I would call mold, but it's not quite normal mold. It's almost like a sludge. It's black and viscous, and it almost seems to have a bit of activity to it, where it almost looks like it kind of like it's almost like bubbling. It's really gross. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Come on, roll 20. That's a 2.
You have no idea what this rune means.
With the mold, could I make a religion check to see if this has anything to do with, like, the cousin church of, well, Dahlia's cousin Church of Lolth, by any chance?
Sure, and I will even give you advantage considering that it is your church.
18.
As far as you could tell, no. Not that you're aware of, at least. You do recall seeing a spider earlier. One of the spiders that clambered out from the alleyway did have a bit of mold similar to this upon its body. That I will give you for free with that 18, considering that spiders and Lolth.
Hmm. Hmm.
Dahlia's doing quick math.
Do I dispel? Or are they safe? Hmm. Hmm.
I will say, with
I
your
will
detect.
Oh.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was gonna
I-
say, if anything, should take a little bit of the sludge, but
Okay. You can with your detect magic, as you've sort of held it up for a bit. The magic is faint. You can determine that it was likely stronger beforehand, but it is fainter now.
in that case, she'll just take a little bit of the sludge, trying not to ruin the runes, because at least to her knowledge, if the divination is already fainting, then they were probably trying to actually bless this house through the Church of Lolth. Especially since, I mean, we're drow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But she will try to, after getting a little bit of sludge, because I think I have some vials with my poisoner kit. But if not, she'll just take some of the sludge and put it in her little bag of holding.
Okay.
Store it there for
If-
later. You never know when you need
If
it.
if you don't have vials for it, I will absolutely give you a vial for free. You would absolutely have tons of vials where you work, considering.
Yeah. Totally not doing anything illegal.
Oh, this vial smells like tea that I served to a fine gentleman earlier today.
As you take a small pair of tweezers and you kind of pluck a little bit of the sludge, and it makes a tiny little fart sound as you do, which kind of makes you giggle a little bit. And you
and
plop it
then
into the
I
vial.
will. Yes, pop it in the vial. The vial goes in the bag of holding. Wait, did I? Yeah, bag of holding.
You do have a bag of holding.
And I was like, double checking. I was like, wait a minute.
I remember that was one of the items we discussed.
Yes. And she will pretend like try to actually bless the room just in case. And afterwards, we'll go to see where the next point is at.
Okay. As this is happening, as this is happening, we cut back to Newt. Newt, you are hearing from your end. Hey, I think I found the master bedroom. There's a big bed in here. Looks like a couple's bed.
Couple's bed.
I haven't seen that goblin that Blaine mentioned.
Yeah, I'm starting to think he might have gotten out. I'm probably gonna check around back while Dahlia's got them preoccupied, see if I can't find a trail on him. Let me know if you find anything else in the bedroom.
Yeah, I'm looking. Got some jewelry here and a couple goods. Probably worth something.
Don't.
I know. Alright, I'm checking under the bed again. Oh. Gross. So, I mentioned there was that, weird, gross shit underneath the child's bed?
Yeah.
There's a lot more of it under this one.
That's not good. You haven't
Wait,
seen...
hold on. I think someone's coming. And Dahlia, this is when you sort of open the door and you see what appears to be a master bedroom. And Newt, you hear, oh, never mind, it's just Dahlia. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna go talk to her.
Alright.
And Dahlia, as you're kind of looking around the room, you feel a small scampering kind of running up your leg. And you hear kind of, it goes up your leg onto your body, and you hear in your ear, hey.
Hello, kitty.
Please don't call me that. So
Whatever you say, kitty, until I get your name.
it's Cobbler. You gave you that. Yeah, dog. You want to relax?
No, Nugget.
He just like
The
pawed my
kitty's not
door.
relaxed.
The kitty's pissed. Yeah, I think he's just wanting to get out of the room. Hold on. Sorry.
You're fine.
I just heard
It's
the
'cause
sound
we
of him, like,
mentioned
pawing
a
at my
cat.
door. He's like,
Because
cats.
we
There's a
mentioned
cat
a
downstairs.
kitty
Hold
in
on.
the session, so you know.
Hey,
You know.
Nugget, you want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk?
But he goes, yeah, it's Cobbler. I'm pretty sure Newt said that. Think. Oh God.
I
Oh
don't
God,
recall.
I don't actually remember.
Anyways, Cobby.
I
Did
will
you
accept
find
Cobby.
anything?
I found a lot of nothing. A whole lot less of a goblin. And I found some weird goo or whatever in the kid's bedroom and in this one. And Dahlia, as you're kind of sensing around, you can sense that other divination magic stronger than in the child's bedroom underneath the bed in this one as well.
Interesting. She's gonna look under. Are the runes the same as the one in the bedroom or the children's bedroom?
They are, but the one in here seems more profound. And as Cobbler mentioned to Newt, there is a lot more of this sludge, mold, whatever you want to call it, than there was under the child's bed. Make me an investigation check. Cobbler will give you the help action, so you will have advantage.
Okay. 16.
You notice it's, like I said before, it's more profound. It also seems like it's moving ever so slightly. Kind of bulging, shifting. Almost like it's alive. You hear Cobbler in your ear go, Is that shit moving? Gross!
Like, fascinating, isn't it?
Hey, Newt, this shit is moving.
It's moving.
It looks like it is. Not like it's not like crawling around, but it's like, I don't know, gyrating. It's gross.
You should get out of there. That's a lot of red flags.
Would I know if this was undead or not?
Make me nature or arcana, your choice.
Funny enough, you would think Dahlia's, you would be good at nature, but she's not. So we'll go with nature. Why not? Or no, wait, Arcana. We'll go Arcana.
Okay.
15.
You're able to deduce that this is not undead in nature. You kind of hear in your Newt says we should bail, and I think I agree.
Great. I do want to do one thing real quick.
Oh, of course you
I'm
do.
going to go ahead and cast. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Oh.
You cast. Go ahead and throw that up, just so it's up on the screen.
Okay. Ooh. Doop.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
not the
spell
right
first.
one. Oops.
I was like, and that creature must succeed on a.
Yeah, I'm
a
gonna
what?
correct the play. Sorry, guys.
No,
we're
okay,
going.
okay.
We're going the non-pacifist route.
I curse it. You cursed.
Don't you Danhausen us.
Aw, Dahlia's Danhausen. Dahlhausen. Anyways,
Mm.
he casts a spell magic on the mold. And you watch as the movement slowly comes to a stop. And you see it sort of coagulates and almost begins to almost like melt into the floor. The divination magic that you were detecting from it before is gone. What'd you do?
Magic. You know, to bless the house. And hopefully, if y'all's deduction is right, they won't go missing.
Should we do the same with the kids' room, you think?
No, that one is faint. And you said it was growing faint, correct? Or it's just faint?
It's fainter than what you detected in the Oztec house and with this now. It was still there, but it wasn't as strong.
Did not. But I did take a souvenir. And she reaches into her purse and pulls out the vial of sludge. And she
As-
shakes it like in the open.
You shake it a little bit and it kind of coagulates and kind of bubbles and shifts in a movement that you now sort of recognize from what you were seeing from under this bed. And Cobbler goes, "That's so gross and I hate it."
Oh, I think it's fascinating. Anyways, our work here is done.
Yeah,
I
let's
doubt
let's
you've
go.
seen the goblin.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
think that goblin probably scrammed once Blaine had caught on to it. Or once it realized it was busted. That's what I would have done.
Unfortunate. Oh well. Come on, Gobby.
You hear us like, "Mm." Two of you make your way back downstairs, and he's still invisible, so you don't have to worry about him. But the father kind of approaches you. Did you finish? Are you done?
I did, sir. The house has been re-blessed again.
All right. I thank you for your service. Is there anything
But
I
of
can give you?
course.
Any payment or anything?
No, not at all. The safety of this city is my top priority. And for the child, she looks over to the child. If the child is still up.
The child is sort of sitting in not too far away in like a little like sitting chair. It's got like a cushion and everything.
if that scary man ever comes back, and she's kneeling down to the child and like actually has a sincere smile and expression on her face,
Mm-hmm.
like actual genuine softness.
Yeah.
And she's like, child, if the scary man comes back, you stab him with these, and she'll give the child 3 crossbow bolts.
I would like to point. I would like to say, as the scary man in
and
question,
she,
as the scary man in
and
question,
she just
Blaine approves.
Damn.
and she just softly explains, like, you aim for the knee, you aim for the stomach, and you aim for the throat.
I'm gonna real quick roll something for the dad. Hold on.
Listen, kids gotta learn.
He does notice and seem to recognize what you are handing his child, his 5-year-old. So please make me a persuasion check. I'm gonna call this flat.
The funny part is, this is very in character for a drow priest.
Oh.
My God!
So that's a nat 20, ladies and gentlemen.
Why you taking all my nat 20s?
So nobody can hear this, but what goes through the dad's mind is she giving my child crossbow bolts? Well, I guess there was somebody in the house. I saw the mall outside. Just gotta learn at some point.
Christ.
And he kind of shrugs. He's not a fan of the idea, but he's not going to argue with you. Dahlia knows best.
Only use this. Dahlia knows best, and she'll just continue like instructions, very child-friendly instructions, but like, and when you don't need them, you give them to your daddy, so that way he can hold on to them and keep them safe. Okay?
Okay. She kind of like shakes or nods her head.
Okay. And then she'll stand up and look to the dad and be like, she will give you the bolts when she does not need them close by.
Right. Right. And you see a bit of relief kind of come over him.
If you need anything else, do not hesitate to reach to any of the churches of Lolth, and we will be here immediately.
He sort of bows his head a little bit. Thank you, sister.
But of course, may Lolth protect you and have all eyes on you and your family. And she'll do a curtsy, and we'll leave.
On your way out, your cobbler whisper in your ear, you gave that child crossbow bolts. I think I like you.
Did you not? Dahlia smiles and is like, well, I couldn't leave a terrified child to not be able to defend themselves, right?
That's gonna make for a really
And
funny
Blaine
story down the
wasn't-
road, I can tell.
Yes, and Blaine wasn't going to do anything about it, so I figured might as well give the child something to protect themselves, right?
Yeah.
Very sound
Yeah.
logic.
As you are
Now
making
come
your
on,
way,
Gobby.
as you are making your way out of the house with Cobbler in tow, everybody else, go ahead and make me perception checks as you guys are watching around.
Okie dokie.
Sure.
Are you kidding me?
16.
Yeah, it's a big ol' 8.
9.
What does the phantasm hear?
The phantasm hears a lot of movement, a lot of talking. Nothing out of the ordinary.
I don't like that. There's been 2 perception checks in each of it. Everything seems fine.
Tart,
What's the
since
problem, Theropod? Smile.
Tart,
What's up, Vaughn?
I wanted Newt to, while Dahlia was keeping them busy, to try to see if I could find any tracks or, like, signs of the goblin.
Sure. Make me a survival check.
There we go, 24.
There you go. You see in a small mud patch in the backyard a set of goblin footprints heading away from the house.
Alright.
You can presume that the goblin is no longer on the premises.
Okay, goblin's gone. No indication of where he might be headed, though, right?
No, the mud goes. It seems to have gotten caught on his foot, and it goes a little bit. But once the mud fades, there's no real track.
Okay. Well then, I will try to get like a signal up to the phantasm and try to direct him towards one of the alleys so that way we cannot be seen.
Mm-hmm. I will say, Blaine and Phantasm, you both do see Dahlia exiting the house.
Okay, I'll go into the alley where Newt is stepping towards.
Okay.
Following.
All right. The group of you begin to reunite once again inside another familiar alleyway.
What happened?
Good news. Same source of divination was in the house. Better news. It was runes made with, what's it called? What's the best word? Sludge of sorts. Bulging, alive, pulsating even. I have some. And she pulls out the vial again and just shakes it.
May I?
What's the magic word?
Please, Miss Dahlia.
Ooh, that was 3. You hear from Cobbler?
I missed. that was 3. Here you go. She'll give you the vial.
Alright, Tart. What would I need to roll to see if I recognize this?
Make me a nature check.
Oh boy. The one thing I didn't spec into as a ranger. Yeah, that's a 9.
Let's go! It's...
Let's go!
Even with that check, you kind of looking at this can tell it's quite unnatural. As to what exactly it is, seems to have some... It seems to be some, like, deviation on mold. Which you kind of are... I'm giving that to you because you guys kind of came to the conclusion on the mold already. But besides that, it's fucking weird.
Well, this brings me back to thinking about Zagutmoy. But if this isn't... You said this is from where you found the divination magic, right? And this is where the priests were blessing the house, right?
Correct. The father told me that the priest blessed all the entryways and the bedroom. So the windows, doorways, a window.
I thought you were gonna say to the
to
windows,
Where
the
to the
Blaine's-
walls.
Yeah. No.
Till the sludge dripped down
Oh
the
no.
floor as it melted away.
Wait.
Skeet.
All right. Let's head to that bar we were talking about, and I found at least a trail of the goblin, but it went cold. From what I can tell, Blaine, whatever you did, probably interrupted it, and it got out of Dodge real quick.
We can only hope.
One more thing. There was a larger source of divination in the master bedroom. It was even more pulsating and alive. But I took care of it. And she smiles.
I just realized I meant to give you one more very important detail on the child's bedroom, the gunk that was under that, and I apologize, so I'm going to give that to you now. It looked like when you were investigating it, it looked like part of it had been like smeared or messed with.
Oh, okay.
I just now realized
Good to know.
I meant to give that to you and never did, and I'm so very sorry. You would absolutely have
Wow.
noticed
That really hurts my heart, DM. You should totally give me inspiration or
that.
something.
You know what? I will, because I do feel bad, because that is an absolutely important detail. I will give you the inspiration for that.
Oh, bribery. I love it. we would do that. We would do that back at college, like D&D, where we would buy the DM like soda or pizza, and we'd get inspiration or something.
Yeah, that's what you do. My
Bribery
roommate
is a
Punk does that.
Bribery is the best way to succeed. Anyway, fucking put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, Dahlia will also be like, oh, and one more thing. In the child's room, the runes had already been smudged, messed up. If I am to deduct, perhaps we should not approach this goblin like a foe. I have an inkling gut feeling that perhaps the goblin might be on our side.
We'll keep an eye out for him. If
They
anything,
went
he's
to
still. Go ahead.
They went to the sewers, yes.
Well, that was the last we saw of him.
I do not want to go in there.
You and me both, big guy.
I think we can all agree that's a last resort if needed. Besides, we still got 2 leads to follow up on.
I wouldn't mind going into the sewers, to be honest.
Eyebrow quirk.
Why do you think that's a good idea?
Oh no, I'm just saying if we have to go into the sewers, I'm more than welcome to the idea. Smells do not bother me, so...
If it means bringing this mother back to her daughter, I will do it.
Well, I'm just gonna say this now. If this is what I think it is, and it is a gut moy, there might not be anything to bring back. They'll be alive, but it's not pretty what happens to them.
The optimistic you are. Come on now, lads. Let's go get a glass half empty of ale and go to our next lead.
To the bar. What was
Alright.
the name of it?
I don't
It
know.
was,
Theropod. What was
I
the
have
name
the name.
of it?
It's... Oh, pick me! I have the name!
Yes, you,
I'm looking in
small
notes.
child waving your hand.
The
It was the clockwork.
Okay.
It was the clockwork, yes.
I had it in my notes.
But as you guys begin...
You never know when there's a pop quiz.
True. As you guys begin to make your way towards the clockwork, leaving this street as well as this section of Kara-Goah behind for now, that's where we're going to take a break.
Woo!
Oh,
Alright.
As I have got to pee.
I gotta pee too. I'll be right back.
It's
Yes.
pee-pee time!
I
Chet,
hunger.
Chet,
Wait.
I hope you are enjoying the session. I hope you have been you are as intrigued as these goons are about what exactly they have been getting into.
I just want to point out
Go
that
ahead.
for someone who is basically dumped dexterity and walking around in plate mail, that was not a bad stealth sequence.
No, not at all. Not at all. All right. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go use the bathroom and probably top off my water real quick.
You say that, CG, but I also didn't expect to be breaking out Pass Without Trace this early in the game.
Hey yo, I didn't expect Dispel Magic to come up this early on.
Hey, Vaughn.
Yeah?
Remember when we were screwing around making characters and you were like, "Ha! I will make you succeed on stealth checks."
Yeah? Listen.
Can't succeed against what's not there.
Yeah.
Thinking meme.
Ha ha ha, yeah, funny, split the party. Why do you think I also gave you the walkie-talkie so you can't not hear me 10 miles away?
Oh, you gave me that because I'm the responsible looking one.
Yeah, and how bad is it that it's already starting to shift to Dahlia?
Hey, I kept you guys informed. I'm just saying. I let you know every move that was made, and I didn't move anywhere without sign off from you.
Also, please tell me you agree that, like, the second to last meme I posted is definitely nothing but Dahlia energy.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll drop that in chat. Oh, well, it's going to show up on screen because I actually pressed the wrong button on Discord. I wish Discord would open an image and not make it like 7,000 times its actual size. Because then I could at least just show it on stream, but no.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Now that the fun chatty person's here, I'm going to pee.
Oh god. Well, the thing is, I just got a bunch of food, so we'll just how's it going, Chad? How you doing? What's I'm currently eating lasagna. Fucking Garfield up in this bitch.
Did you know that Garfield is the American counterpart to Hello Kitty?
Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I've been burdened with cursed knowledge now. Just gonna eat my lasagna. Me
And
too.
already
Don't
I'm
worry,
done.
don't worry, Thorough. Don't worry, Bon. It's not actually true. Except now that you've pointed it out, it totally is in your minds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. This is slowly
I
just
shall be
becoming
right
the
back.
channel where I find people, hey, I want to play in a game. Okay, let me see if I have a DM on hand.
Mm-hmm. Your assortment of DMs.
I mean, you say that, but our Strixhaven game has more actual DMs than technical players. Because, go ahead.
Yeah, my Sunday game is pretty much all DMs because it's like you guys are forever DMs, so I'll DM for you.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, though I do love J Frost. At that point, he's just like, hey, what should I make for this check? 5 people in the call are just like, I think it should be strength. Okay, we're doing strength.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I had so many plans for what to do in this session, and then CG climbed into a child's bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a bit of a fucky wucky.
little bit. Just a little bit.
Also, tweets, did you see that one meme I posted in call text?
Yes. I will have to redraw it one day.
Oh, that'll be great.
I have some green chili stew.
Nice.
I'm
nice.
back. I apologize. I was giving a small kitty lots of belly rubs while I was praying up a storm. It was very cute.
How is Kimchi doing?
She is adorable. And she's super sweet. She doesn't like Nugget though.
Well,
Oh.
to be fair, Nugget is also, like, probably the second biggest thing in your house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be
Um,
rather intimidating.
Nugget is big and he gets very excited about the prospective new friend, and so she's like, "Excuse me, back up." But because he's like, "Hello, I wish to be your friend." She's like, "Hey, yo, back up." Also, because I don't know if Thero and Tweets have seen Kimchi.
Yeah,
I'm
please post a picture.
tiny
Oh.
kitty.
Oh my god.
She is probably 5 pounds wet.
I don't want to be dramatic or anything, but I would fucking die for Kimchi.
I will kill everybody in this room to protect this kitty.
I
Yeah,
will drop a picture
So
for chat.
It is my roommate Punkyard Dog's new kitty, who she got from a coworker who had a litter recently.
Did you see that tweet Punk did of just like
I-
me going into my friend's DMs
Yeah.
with my
I'm dead.
hyperfixations?
I returned.
Meow, meow, meow. Oh!
And I was like, yeah. It was really funny for me because the first time I saw it, I didn't think it. I thought it was a GIF. I didn't realize it was a video with audio. I was like, haha, that's pretty funny. And then I saw it again today, and I was like, oh, wait, it's a video. Hold on.
Did I retweet that? No, I didn't retweet that. I'm retweeting that. Meow,
Did
meow,
I
meow.
retweet-
Oh! Ah!
It's really funny. Dude, Punk's fucking funny, and she will disagree, but she is very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Can confirm.
Yes. We had many a laugh when we shared a basement together.
It's true.
I believe it.
Also, I know this is like a Stouffer's lasagna, but I feel like it's the best lasagna I've had in my life.
Stouffer's hits differently in an odd way.
Really does.
Chat. I'm just letting you know that I am a superior human being because I put cottage cheese instead of ricotta in my lasagna.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to try that, but I don't know. That's weird.
Well, it's not like straight
Yeah.
cottage cheese. It's like
I'm not there on this.
It's
Like-
just our homemade recipe. I just find ricotta doesn't have a good like texture to it.
Careful.
Oh no, I'm treading into them's fighting words territory.
It does depend on the brand.
Me, I'm just pulling a Dahlia from that one sketch as I open a beer. Oh, the boys are going to fight.
When Bosco was going into describing cheeses last night, I was just like,
Excited monkey noises.
Don't remind me of that
My-
like
Go
Wisconsin
ahead.
cheese. Don't remind me of the Wisconsin cheese gift my father got me for Christmas last year. That shit was the best I've ever had.
Yeah, I'm from Sonoma County, so I have to hate Wisconsin cheese. West Coast,
Also,
baby.
Bun, I will absolutely do that.
West Coast cheese, baby.
All right, but it sounds like we're all back. Do we want to continue?
I
Hell
am
yeah.
good.
I will continue to
Yeehaw.
nibble, but I'll be very quiet.
No, that's fine.
Totally fine.
Let me find some music for us to continue with. I don't have any happy-go-lucky tavern music for obvious reasons, so we will do.
All of a sudden, we start hearing the Mos Eisley music. Da 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 da.
No, I don't want to get you bonked by Disney. No thanks.
I know.
We'll go
Oh
back
fuck!
to
I
house music.
hadn't even thought about Star Wars and Disney being a thing anymore.
Don't
Yeah.
tempt Disney.
That was
Dude.
like 8 years ago.
Not to derail for a second, but like there's been talk about a Marvel and like Star Wars cinematic universe crossover thing, and I want to throw up.
Yeah, no, never. Away.
Please, Disney, please do not. I will. I
I'll
already
accept
don't
this.
watch a lot of your movies anymore, but the. Anyway,
That's how you
take us to a better fantasy world.
You all make your way a bit deeper into the city of Kara-Goah. Most of you are familiar with the Clockwork, as it's quite a well-known establishment. It's not a big establishment, but it's one of those like, like the local eateries that like aren't super like big or robust, but everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Oh, the hole in the walls. Yeah.
It's one of those. You guys make your way, and the Clockwork at this time is packed and busy. As you all enter, you can see there are a plethora of people around getting drinks. There's a second floor where there's a whole like other section just for people with drinks. It looks like there is almost like a, how do I describe this? Almost like a small like pulley elevator to lift platters of drinks from the first floor to the second floor.
Oh, a dumbwaiter.
A dumbwaiter, that's the word I was thinking of. Thank you. And
Hey, they're not dumb.
a smart waiter.
Yeah.
Trying their
But-
best.
Yeah.
This place is very, very packed. You can see that behind the bar there is a tall, very lean human man, actually, with a handlebar mustache and like big, like not big but pronounced beard and goatee combo.
That'll
He
turn
sees
Newt's
you all
head.
come in. He sees you all come in, and he goes, "Ah, more customers, welcome. Come on in. Grab yourself a drink if you need any. Grab yourself a seat if you need a drink. You know where I am. I don't go anywhere until 2 a.m."
Is
And you
there a
watch as he
clock?
pours a shot, and he just fucking downs it right there on the spot.
Is there a clock in the
My
Clockwork?
kind of party.
There is no clock in the Clockwork.
At which-
This is
Which
bullshit.
Which, truth be told, you think was intentional.
Yeah. Also, the second Dahlia goes, my kind of party, Newt will just turn to her and be like, for once we agree, and head towards the bar.
You all are able to sort of make your way up to the bar as another group of individuals sort of sidle their way away with their drinks in hand, seeming to go for a table or like a booth or something. You don't know, you don't care, but you do manage to grab a couple spots on the bar. And it isn't long before the bartender kind of scoots on over to you guys. Oh, you all look like... No, actually, I don't think I recognize any of you. I'm actually going to roll to see if he recognizes any of you.
Please recognize the phantasm, please.
I was waiting for it to be, you all look like, I don't know what you look like.
Yeah, the Phantasm isn't making any effort to hide themselves. I'm just putting my foot plate on the floor, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
And the Phantasm would be taking great effort to just kind of follow Newt or Dahlia just to not get lost in the chaos, because this would kind of be like sensory overload, considering I have pretty acute hearing and also blind sense 10 feet. And assuming if it's a packed bar, the amount of people within 10 feet of you in a diameter is a lot. So.
Yeah, it's a bit much for you, but you've been in situations like this before, so you are able to tune at least some of it out. So it's at least somewhat bearable. but
about-
he kind of looks across all your faces and he stops at you, Dahlia, and he goes, "I think I recognize you. You work at the mortuary, a bit of ways away from here, yeah? The funeral home."
Correct. Yes, that is me. I work at
It's-
the Gallerina parlor.
Yeah, Dahlia, right?
Correct again.
I'm good at that. It seems. And you watch as he adjusts what you now see to be like a bow tie around his neck. The rest of you I don't recognize, though. And he stops on you, Newton. You seem very new. And then he looks over to the phantasm. And that I'm not going to ask about.
You can't tell, but under the helmet, there's a smile.
So,
Yeah.
you here for drinks? You have anything specific you wish to request of me? If you need to summon me, my name is Alexander Donovich, and I will give you all that name.
I think we'll have some drinks right now. We might get a holdie in a second. How's that sound?
All right,
juice.
ale. Go ahead.
Lemon juice with a straw, please. Not
He
lemonade.
kinda looks at you.
Not
slightly
lemonade. Lemon juice.
Like, yeah, he looks at you for a moment like, huh. Well, choice. I'll work with that. Rest of you.
Ale.
I'll take some wine if that's all right.
All right.
Also, I meant to ask this. Blaine, are you visible?
Oh yeah, that wore off a while ago.
Okay.
I kept
Okay.
it up until we were out of the neighborhood, though.
Not gonna fault you for that.
There was a random group of people who saw him appear and were like, huh!
It's the peace gift, but in reverse.
Mhm.
But yeah, Newt will just be like, 3 ales. And he'll just point
No.
to himself.
All right.
Wait. Above game question, Tart.
Yes.
Paladins have poison immunity. Does alcohol just not affect me?
That is something I've thought about for a long time.
Same.
I have since quietly implemented a rule that it affects you if you want it to
Okay.
for paladins, because technically it wouldn't.
But
So,
that's
but I
no
know
fun.
people like to do dumb drunk shenanigans. So,
Phantasm will still go with lemon juice.
okay, it affects you when it's convenient and also funny. Blaine, what are you ordering?
Water.
All right, water, 3 ales, a wine, and a lemon juice. Right. Okay. I will be back. And you see he stops and he looks at the counter, and all of you see a little small spider begin to crawl across, and he just smacks the shit out of the bar. Fucking hate these things.
Was there sludge on that spider?
Make me a perception check.
Can I do that as well?
Yeah, anyone who wants to. Also, I shouldn't have fucking done that. Ow!
That's a 23.
Damn it!
10.
I put so many points in it, I can never roll above a 9.
Poor Newt, bro.
Here's the thing. I'm just listening. I don't have any sight-based perception, so
You hear sludge.
do I hear? Does the smacking of that spider? Does it sound sludgy?
If Sludgy there is a slight squelch to the spider
Yeah.
as it is crushed under his
Hey.
bare hands, and he kind of
a slurp, if you will.
Yes. a bit of
Lovely.
and he kind of like He looks at his hand and he looks at the spider and goes, "Yep, gross. Those things are showing up more and more, and I hate it. That's the business, those." And he kind of like begins rubbing his hand off on his pants.
Nood'll take out his sickle and he'll just casually get the little bit of spider that's probably on the
Yeah.
like counter, and you'll watch as it then just starts to burn. Let me get that for you. And then once it's like burned away, he just flicks it off and resheaths his scythe.
Appreciate that. Anyways, let me get your drinks.
Why is there sludge on the spider, though? I have to know.
That was implied with the squelch. It did seem that there was
Okay.
a bit of the mold or sludge or whatever on the spider.
This probably would have been useful for other stuff, but hey, Tart,
Yes.
divine sense.
Divine sense.
How much scum and villainy is in this bar?
Plenty. You detect different traces of celestial, fiend,
Oh fuck.
etc. And then you attribute it to a lot of them being like people's like races, like
Yeah, tieflings or Azamar and stuff.
tieflings, Azamar, etc. As far as anything more significant, no.
Hooray!
Except no.
All right. So
But
while we're waiting,
he kind of sidles away to get your drinks, leaving you all alone for a few moments.
anyone remember he had a favor that he owed to our patron, correct?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get the drinks
That's
first.
one.
All right. I'm no good at talking, but I got a pretty good eye for people. So if you don't mind, I'll keep my trap shut, and then I'll let one of you do the talking.
Well, considering he's a human, I might have something that would make him more inclined to talk even with the favor. But if you want to handle it, Dahlia, it's up to you.
I mean, he does know of me. I guess I'm pretty popular. And she kind of does like a pose. Unimpressed jazz hands again.
Unenthusiastic hair flip.
I can also be.
Yeah, yes!
I can also be convincing at times.
When I want to be.
Let's save that for Plan B, big guy. There's a lot of people in here.
Are you planning on being actually aggressively in this? Actually, I'll ask. You implied it. Are you talking that you can be civil or that you can be intimidating?
The phantasms like they'll kind of shift their weight, like head'll tilt one way, head'll tilt another way, and just like I can do both.
Can I insight that?
I could do both.
I'd like to know
Okay,
if
yeah,
you
yeah. Go
prefer
ahead.
one over the other.
Go ahead. 15.
Feel free to roll deception if you wish.
You know what? Let's see. 18. So you can't get a read on me, but the phantasm will say, I tend not to immediately resort to violence and intimidation. I like to give people a chance. Tell them what they are doing is wrong, and for them to stand down. If they do not, well...
And you, like, do a voice?
Is it that obvious?
Kinda.
Well, I mean, like, can you, like, fake a voice, like... you know, like, yeah, totally, like, yeah.
I want you to just turn to Dahlia. Wow, it's like you're a completely different person.
Yes,
No,
queen.
right? Amazing, isn't it?
Uncanny.
Sure. So a distinctly feminine voice will come out and just be, sure, I can do a different voice.
Huh. That's something good to have in the back pocket.
Mm-hmm. But to answer your question, Blaine, I do try to be diplomatic when I can, but my experience around here, diplomacy tends to not come up fairly often.
I suppose I can understand that. Though perhaps you are just not hanging out with the diplomatic crowd.
I don't exactly look for the kind and just souls of the area. I tend to look for the scum that skitters in the dark. I meet them there and judge things accordingly.
Those poor rats never stood a chance. Their tails. Their poor tails.
At this
You
moment,
are talking of the furry kind, right?
and at that moment, a collection of mugs and glasses kind of begin to slide in your all's direction, and kind of like in your general vicinity as Alexander kind of comes back to you. All right, we have 1 water. He slides it over to you, Blaine. We have 3 ales. Slides it over to you, Newt. And you feel Cobbler kind of creep over your shoulder, like, ooh.
You know the drill as he slightly pushes one to the side and takes a hold of another.
Yes. And he does, like, in the most Mushu way I can describe, just kind of crawls into the fucking pint.
You just hear
1 wine, slides it over to you, Dahlia, and he gives you a slight wink when he does so.
oh.
And then
Can I insight that?
Sure, insight it. Go for it.
Oh my gosh. 18.
He's into you.
Uh-oh. No.
Oh
Oh
shit.
no. Oh
It's
no.
the ears.
Oh shit. Oh god. Dahlia will like
In his head right
you
now,
know,
I
like,
like girls
dead-
with issues. I can fix her.
Ah,
Oh, I have the perfect meme for this.
Oh no. You know how like Dahlia's eyes are usually like that normal like half lid closed eye kind of look?
Mm-hmm.
Upon seeing that, they go just a little bit lower, like she noticed.
Squint.
I see.
So, there's my response to that. I'm gonna share it in chat.
I could fix her. I could make her worse.
And Dahlia's just like, I just imagine that meme, and she's just like, I can make him worse.
I can make him dead.
And then he turns to you, Phantasm, and a lemon juice. And he pulls out a straw from behind him, and he plops it into the drink.
Can the straw
And-
fit through my mouth holes?
and he pulls out a tiny umbrella, and he puts it on the end.
Hell yeah.
So,
It's a little awkward finding the straw and getting it through the hole, but Phantasm does do that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. New look at the guy. So, you're a long way from home.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is a long story, but TLDR, Don't fuck with hags.
You will see the most defeated deflation ever from Newt.
And he's gonna insight you. Hold on.
All right.
That's pretty good.
All right, I'll
He
do
kind of
deception.
gives you a look like, oh. He doesn't say anything, but he gives you that look.
He
like,
does.
oh,
He
I
does a
see.
gesture to his face and horns. Yeah, I can sympathize.
What was this guy's name? The barkeep?
Alexander Donovich. I can put it again in the. I put it in the game chat. I can put it in the Discord.
I just did, so.
Okay.
Do we start questioning Alexander? Do we?
That's up to y'all.
Yeah, I was just gonna be like, so, things have been hectic around here from what I've heard.
Yeah, but truth be told, it's been kind of good for business because a lot of people now come in groups because they don't want to, be out alone at night. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. However, I'm not going to say no to some extra coin. Call me shallow. I see it as a business opportunity. Oh, by the way, it will be like, and he kind of starts doing mental math. About 2 silver total for all these strength combined.
Newt puts down 2 gold and passes it to him.
You see, he goes from a oh to an oh as he slowly takes it from you.
We may have a mutual friend, and I want to make sure that we can consider each other mutual friends.
I see. I have a lot of friends, so you will unfortunately have to be a bit more. And he kind of bites down on one of the coins. Specific.
Newt will flash him the booklet that he was given, like a badge.
And you see an expression come across his face, like you just presented him with a photo of his ex. It's like, I see. Mutual friend.
That's why I decided to try to make us friends on a different way. But yeah, she said you owed her a favor.
That's I do. And he kind of leans forward a bit more and he gets a bit more hushed. I presume you guys looking for something then?
Some things.
Because at first glance I wouldn't expect you all to be in her thrall, if you will.
Putting that in the mental Rolodex.
Yeah, you can see he's kind of dropped the showmanship and he's like, all right, business.
What are you, cops?
At that point,
Hey, yo, you guys holding? You have to tell me if you're cops.
We're outside contractors, myself being very outside.
He kind of looks you up and down. Yeah, I'll say.
Wow, everyone's making a lot of jabs at Newt being Newt.
Wow. Racist.
Yeah, first Dahlia, now this. Come on, guys. I can't help the horns.
He just said people disappearing was good for business, and you're gonna give him shit for one slightly racist jab? Jesus, guys.
Well, it's a slightly racist jab directed right at him.
I know. I'm just making shit.
I know. Either way, but Newt will just ignore that and he'll be like, so we've been looking into some of these disappearances, and some interesting things have popped up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and, well, man at a bar typically hears a lot of things. What can you tell us about the Church of Lolth down here?
Oh, the church. That's been a bit of a...
Alia's gonna turn her head over to Newt.
That's been a...
Dahlia's head turning sounds like grinding stone, I imagine.
Yeah, no, whenever that happens, Newt, it can't be seen because he's wearing a hood, but sweat just starts rolling down the back of his neck.
That's been a...
How is Dahlia the scariest person in this fucking party?
she killed an innocent man. Well,
He wasn't innocent.
quote unquote innocent man.
Well, let me put it this way: you took out 3 guys. You're Batman. Everyone expects that. Dahlia took us on a ride in session 0.
Now available on YouTube. YouTube.com/burnout.
Mhm.
But he
Chill.
chill. He looks at you and he goes, "Oh, the church. Church has been a bit of a topic of discussion as of late. See, Lolth has quite a few chapters, if you will, throughout Kara-Goah, but there is one in particular on the far side of town that has had a change of leadership. The previous head priest about a month ago randomly just gave up his position and left. Nobody knows why, but the new guy who took over has been, well, he's been interesting, to say the least. I can't really get into specifics as I'm not exactly sure, but he is definitely a topic of discussion. The last head priest, Father, what was his name? Isaac Ter, I believe his name was. And I'll give that to you all. In there for chat, and then in here for you all.
Would I after hearing that name, would I know anything about him?
Make me a history or religion check, either with advantage. Actually, I'm gonna specifically say history for this. Actually,
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do religion because I, actually am good on roll 20. 18.
okay. I will allow the religion check. You know that
Yeah.
Isaac Ter was in his position for a long time. You probably met him once or twice. But he's a bit out of your way compared to like your local cathedral, your local chapter. So you didn't really have many excuses to go way over there. But you heard of him. You probably met him a couple times, and he was very well respected amongst the Lolth chapters in Kara-Goah. And more on top of that, him just kind of leaving doesn't sit right with you. Especially considering you didn't hear that.
Y'all see Dahlia's she still has that same expression, but you guys just feel like a shiver go down your spine.
So every time Newt looks at Dahlia, got it.
Yeah. I guess for Newt a bigger shiver, cause she is upsetty. A little upsetty spaghetti.
Yes, no one knows why, and the new head priest, Father Duskrin Dorel, and I will give that all to you. Duskrin Dorel. And let me actually, hold on. Current head priest. Current/new head priest, I should put. There we go. He has an interesting way of running things. Apparently, he refers to those in his chapter as children. As far as I can tell, most now in that chapter refer to themselves as the children of Lolth.
Okay. Now,
Above game was. Did we learn that that's what those priests were called?
we didn't hear their
Once
name.
they
We just
visited
knew
the house.
They didn't give a name. We just knew that they were priests of Lolth.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. That's good to...
And that would be something unusual for most Lolth followers, right? God.
God, I'm not Lolth. Don't talk to me. It,
You are though.
I
can be.
Listen, if you were Lolth, I still wouldn't want to talk to you.
I can be. It's a little unusual. Yes, it doesn't. It wouldn't like on its own strike you as odd, but considering all the context clues you're currently being given, yeah, it's a little odd. Also, especially because you normally when a head priest gives up their position, now I'll give this to you for free considering your knowledge on the Church of Lolth. Normally when a head priest gives up their position, they give it to somebody who is also sort of on equal footing as there, somebody who's also well respected, somebody who's also well known. This is not a name you've heard of before. Which makes it all the more odd.
Okay.
1 second. Oh, I had to clear my throat there. All this newt
All good.
talking. But yeah, he'll look at him. That's good to know. Now, there's also something I'm interested in. Mostly just following up on some things. Is there anyone who might be a expert in the flora and fauna around here? Someone who could be persuaded into sharing their expertise.
You can see he starts thinking, there is a man in town who goes by the name Gizmo. No. I'll type that in the... I have put that in the party notes. He is the man you want to go to if you want to learn something. Even more so than me, for example. He's the man you go to when you need to learn something. And he puts a specific emphasis on learn that carries it in quite a manner. He's the one you go to when there's weird shit around, or shit you need to learn or find out.
Okay. Now, this is one just for my own curiosity, I doubt it. But have any of those priests of Lolth been to your lovely establishment? They've been blessing some houses in the lower district recently. They come by here?
He kind of chuckles a little bit. No, most of the clergy, and you see he kind of eyes you, Dahlia. Most of the clergy normally aren't too fond of my establishment. Although, and he kind of looks at you, Dahlia, again. I suppose they're not all so bad. And he kind of eyes you up and down a little bit.
Dahlia is like oh my gosh. Dahlia will take a sip and like her eyes just lower a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Just a little bit more. But I just have the funniest feeling that she's still like fist underneath like the bar top from like the previous conversation. Like she's giving these eyes, but she's like, "Who the fuck is this new? Oh, I'm sorry. Who the fudge is this new priest?"
Okay.
We can fucking swear here. We don't care. Also, tweets, please. If I'm overstepping, let me know. All right.
No, this is hilarious. You're
Okay.
totally fine. Dahlia's just like that person that's like, haha, romance. And then just ollies out on a skateboard, like,
Yeah, I never want
You
to
know what-
have.
you know what,
I
Tard?
never
This
want to
is-
have NPCs flirt
You know-
with my
you know
player
what?
characters unless it's specifically stated that it's okay with the player character. So I just wanted to make that clear. If I overstep, please let me
This
know.
is totally
Okay.
No, this
I'm
is
offended.
totally funny,
I
'cause, like,
want
I've just-
I want to be flirted with. Flirt with the big suit of armor. Come on.
Okay.
Well, I actually want to look at him like after he says that, Noodle just kind of like smirk and take a sip of his ale. You might want to be careful if you're planning to invite any clergy into your bedroom. We are starting to find some signs of what might be missing people going missing from their bedrooms.
Sounds. And you see he's kind of like unsure how to feel. Sounds exciting. Adventurous.
It involves fungus.
Oh, gross. Hmm. You can see his expression immediately change, like, ugh.
And I'm gonna gauge his reaction on this. Insofar, all the missing people have been drow. What's his reaction to that?
He gives you a sort of like a expression that kind of reads, huh, interesting.
Insight. Well,
As well, I would like to insight.
Sure.
We're gonna inside in this house tonight.
is this the murderer? Find out.
That's 12. Boy, this is a good night for Blaine.
That's a 9. Dahlia's still upset about this new priest entering the scene.
Mhm. For everyone except Newton, he is, despite him dropping the showmanship, he's actually still fairly hard to read. Newt, he knows something regarding what Phantasm just told him. And that's just kind of, he knows something. And he's not saying it.
Noted. I have my suspicions on the matter, especially with what you've told us. We're gonna be looking into some things. We're gonna finish our drinks, but if you need to get a hold of us, just send a runner and tell him to look for the red guy with horns.
I thought you were going to give him another tooth.
I can only do that once a day.
Okay, okay. I will do that. I have a few people who can get around town pretty quickly, so I'll remember that. And he
because-
kind of you watch as he's saying that as he's pouring himself his own like bit of like wine, and he kind of takes a sip from it.
Yeah, and then Nood'll just do one thing. He'll pull out one of the platinum pieces set down. So, consider your favor to the Lady Dunn, but our business will probably continue for a while. And he just slides that over.
Well, will this pay and this company? And his eyes kind of go over to Dahlia again. You're more than welcome. If you have any questions for me, I'll be here. And you hear from down the bar, "Hey, bartender, another round down here." Yes, on my way. You all have a good night. And he begins to move his way down the bar again.
Wait, I will say, as he's going down, Dahlia will do the little finger wave, like the flirty finger wave, like, bye.
He's absolutely like looking back your way as he's moving away, just smirking to himself. Just, hey. He's giving you the eyes.
By the way,
And then
hold on.
Dahlia's like, oh, go ahead, CT.
No, I was gonna do something dumb. So finish the scene.
And then Dahlia will look at the rest of them like, I was hoping to get a free glass of wine.
Well, you technically did because I paid for your drink.
Fair enough.
Anyone
I wanted
here,
another one, though.
Anyone here, make me just a flat intelligence check. Anyone
Oh,
who
man.
wants to.
Okay, this will be fun.
Sure, why
ready?
not?
4.
hope
Nobody
that-
got above a 10.
We're dumb.
All Fuck all y'all, I guess. Anyway, moving on.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Listen,
Wow.
our go-to
we're smart,
stats are
y'all.
wisdom and charisma, with Blaine being the outlier in strength. Give us a break.
It makes me so fucking, like, I was really worried about it first, but now I'm just so fucking happy that nobody spec intelligence in this party.
Oh,
We're very smart, y'all. We're wise, but we're very smart.
I should have came in with the artificer. I should have rolled up the artificer.
Also, Noodle just look at Dahlia. He'll roll his eyes. Cobbler.
He kind of like pops his head up from the ale.
Go invisible and get her the bottle.
Why?
Because I
And
said
then he
so.
looked. Oh, okay, damn, relax. And he goes invisible, and he begins to crawl his way behind the bar.
Really?
So,
Stealing is bad.
I just paid this guy's rent for a month. He can give me a bottle of wine.
He did do that.
whatever.
Also, he was kind of racist to me, so I'm taking this as penance.
You know what? Fair enough.
Hey, can't argue with that.
So, I will say something he said peeved me. This new person. Never heard of him, which is the problem.
As Dahlia
I've
speaking,
never
you
heard
all
of
see a bottle of wine kind of begin floating her way, and Dahlia just grabs it out of the air and starts pouring herself another glass as she's saying this, all while looking at you guys.
She's just like, no. What she's doing is, you know that GIF of like the bit clown person like grabbing the bottle, just flicking the cap off and downing.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's at least doing like flicking the cap off and taking a sip. She's not downing it, but she's taking a sip. And she just continues like, that's the problem. I've never heard of this father. Wait, I'm looking at notes. Oop.
Father
Dustin.
Durrell.
Oh,
Fucking
God.
Pennywise gif.
Yeah.
Funny Dusk. I've never heard of him. And you can like sense the venom in her voice as she's saying this. I would have heard about this. This would have been common knowledge, and instead I'm finding it out from some lovesick fool.
Well, I wouldn't call what he was looking at you was love, but yeah. A lot of questions.
So we think this corruption in your church, it might be related to these missing people.
And that's the thing, it's not really my church. If it's under new leadership like that, it's not a good sign.
Well,
I am curious if the other members are aware of this or not.
considering they're calling themselves a new sect, he's probably got at least a handful of true believers leading things behind the scenes. But I'm more worried about something. New head priest in a Church of Lolth. A lot of drow going missing. Remember how I said if that was the case, we might be dealing with a devil instead of a demon? Dahlia, are you aware of Melchizedek?
Am I aware, God?
Make me a religion check. Religion or Arcana. Which I know what you're going to pick, so just make me a religion check.
Fuck you, roll Arcana. Oh my
A
god.
natural 20.
Yeah.
Is that my third nat 20?
Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely know who that is. For Vaughn, if you wish to explain.
Okay, so
Because I know you probably have the page up.
yeah, well, I don't have the page up, but I have this video memorized because it's part of my sleep playlist. But so when Lolth fell, a lot of elven gods that sided with her didn't come out so well. But there were also some elven gods who were fence sitters, kind of hoping her and Coralon just kind of took each other out. And one of them was Malkazid, the branded king. He got his name because after Lolth's rebellion and his actions against Coralon, he was exiled and branded with a scar that would never heal. And he is now basically a devil that is aligned with all of the Yugoloths. And his one thing he wants to do is get revenge on Coralon and Lolth. So if he can sway elves or drow, that's his main goal, because he's stealing them from Coralon or Lolth. And so if it seems like only drow are going missing, that's very much his MO.
Now, do me a favor. Sum that up in 5 words or less.
If drow are going missing, this guy is probably kidnapping them.
That's not 5 words.
It's not 5 words, but I will accept it.
Listen, I am anything but short-winded. But yeah. Well, sounds like you know about him. Like, just judging from Dahlia's facial expressions.
It's like that strained cat smile face. Like,
I know exactly what you're doing.
unfortunately.
So, we could be dealing with, if the Yugoloth Lord is involved, Yugoloth's
What?
unaligned fiends. Rather than put their bets in either the Hells or the Abyss, they hang around Limbo, bartering souls and favors with other fiends for power.
As you go into more and more detail, Phantasm's fist will begin to tremble. So
Let me
And
put
I'm gonna
take that
insight
for
on
what
that.
you will.
What were you saying, Tweets?
I was gonna say, could I insight that then, Thero, the shaking fist?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. 26.
Oh my god. She's
See-
cracked.
Seething rage.
I'm gonna warn you right now, because this is my line of work. I'm not leaving this job. But the last time I had to face a Yugoloth, I went in with 10 men, counting myself. Only 2 of us got out alive. And you've met both of them, as he gestures to Cobbler.
Hey, that's me. In case you didn't know. Anyways. And he goes back into the ale.
That's not a man, that's a kitty.
There's a couple bubbles that come up from the ale.
I will actually say, at that point, you actually get a small smile out of Newt. My point is, Yugoloths can be just about anything in terms of power. This could be a suicide mission, so if any of you want out, now's your chance. But I'm in for the long haul.
Trust me, Newt. And the Phantasm will drop to their normal voice. If wrath is a sin, I will take that Yugoloth and drag it to hell with me.
What about you, old man? You've been really quiet.
Blaine has been kind of taking in everything. Let me be clear. I understand that you're putting all of these gears together, all these pieces, trying to figure out something with these gods and devils and demons, all these signs pointing in your wheelhouse. I don't quite buy that just yet. You make a case, but at the same time, there's a lot we don't know. That being said, if you're worried about whether I'm concerned for death, don't be. I grew out of that about, oh,
How old am
probably
I?
about after my first match in the pits in the sky.
That's fair, but as someone who's already died once, I wouldn't recommend it.
You haven't been death at some points. Just sounds like a reprieve from life. The burden gets too heavy, son.
Well, Miss Dahlia, I think I know your answer, but I'm gonna extend you the same courtesy.
Like I've mentioned before, this is hurting business. And now it is dealing something within the church I happen to be from. So of course I'm going to see this to the end. But our friend Blaine is right. We still have one more lead to go to.
Not quite. We have two now.
Yep, that gizmo guy might be able to identify our sludge, but I want to talk to those adventurers as well.
I will also mention to you guys that Alexander is not far away from you all. If you have any more questions before you guys want to dip out.
I'll leave that to everyone else because I went through all my line.
Yeah, this is above game.
Yeah.
If you guys want to talk about it above game.
I got nothing. Again, Phantasm cares about reuniting this mom with her daughter, and it's just getting more and more complex and convoluted. Devils and demons, corruption in the Lolth Church. Hoo boy.
Oh boy.
You go ahead.
I think all the questions that I was going to ask was already asked, and the questions I have, I don't think he would know because they were surprised to know about like the priests going in and blessing houses, more or less. But maybe I can ask one more question. Dahlia will flag him down real quick.
He sees you flagging him down and he makes his way back over. Yes. I see. And then he notices the bottle. And he kind of just pauses for just a moment. Can I help you? And then he just completely
Don't try anything, fucker.
yeah, he just completely goes past it and he's just like, you have more questions for me?
I do. You wouldn't happen to know what or who has been disappearing or have heard things about who's been disappearing, have you?
Well, admittedly, what you mentioned to me about a lot of drow going missing, that does add up. I don't know, though, if it's only drow? Because I know I have a buddy of mine who had a coworker go missing, and that coworker was a Durgar working in the factory, just in the refinery district.
Okay.
So if your question for me
Yeah,
is it only drow going missing? I'd have to say no.
Curiouser and curiouser. Well, I think that, actually one more. Is it like older people? Something I should be worried about?
Sorry, I was making a roll for him, and I'm just chuckling myself at the result. He looks at you and he goes, No, I don't believe so. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. If anyone should be worried about getting kidnapped, wow. I was trying to go somewhere with this, but I don't have an idea. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any specific age range. And you can see he just whatever he had planned just is gone, and he's just like, "Fuck
We-
it, I'm just
we
gonna drop
basically
it
just-
entirely."
We basically just watched him roll a nat 1 on his charisma check. It's fine.
That is exactly what he did. Yes.
Oh, oh my god! Dahlia will just like giggle like, well, that puts me at ease then.
Though I got one last thing before we let you get back to work. Noodle like reach into his cloak and pull out a leather necklace with a small brass ring on it. You see anyone walking around with jewelry like this recently or just in general?
Make a roll for him. He kind of gestures. May I?
He'll pull the necklace off and carefully watch it go into his hands. Like he's letting him look at, but you'll notice Newt is now hyper-focused on this guy.
Yeah. He kind of holds it up, kind of dangles it in front of him. And then with his other hand, he kind of grabs the ring itself and starts looking it over. And he's doing this in a way to where it's like well within your sight. No, I don't believe so. It looks familiar, but no, I can't place it anywhere. I'm sorry. And he kind of hands it back to you.
That's fine. Just like if you hear anything, if you see anyone wearing anything like this, make sure they come find me. As he slips it back down and tucks it back under his armor.
I will do that. I didn't get the rest of your names, by the way. Dahlia, I know. And he gives you a smile. I don't think I'm so sorry. I never asked you the rest of yours.
The
Let's just-
Phantasm's just gonna stand there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Newt will just say, "We're just friends."
He's gonna insight that.
Oh my god.
Right. I won't push anymore. Anything else?
I
Ah.
got something.
Oh.
Something critical that I think everyone in our party seemed to have forgotten. Where can we find Gizmo?
Thank God! Somebody asked! I've been sitting here shitting my pants like there's no way they're gonna let me name drop that and then not ask about the location.
I'm
right?
sorry. I'm in like Code Vein mode where I hear a name, it's now marked on my map.
A little bit, yeah.
No, it's fine. I was just like, God, somebody please ask. He looks at you, Blaine, and he goes, Gizmo is hard to find, but I believe he may know the librarian down the road, Laszlo.
Dahlia smiles.
Dahlia, that's news to you, and it pleases your ears.
Yeah, like it goes from like a slight cat smile to a normal cat smile to like a cat grin.
She's full Cheshire right now.
Mm-hmm.
Full like :3C.
Oh my god.
It's a capital C now.
It's capital C now.
All right. Anything else we should know before we meet them? personality. Do they need a special passcode or anything ludicrous like that? Sound like they're a little hard to find.
I'm gonna just make a roll for him. That's good. That's real good. Gizmo requires... I don't know if it's a specific phrase or whatnot, but I know you have to have connections to meet him. That, and he, unlike me, where most of my information is traded for coin, he trades in secrets. The juicier the secret, the more info you get. So, if you're looking to barter with him, and at this he's kind of giving you guys like a smile, like the just short of like ooh woo. Are you going to barter with him?
What's gonna happen on this bed? Ooh woo.
No!
I
Put
recommend.
my vow of enmity on Newt and I swing. No.
I'm sorry, someone had to do the curse lore, and I elected.
I recommend digging deep and pulling out your juiciest secrets. But that is all I know.
Good to know.
Anything
Gotcha.
else?
I think I'm done.
I think that will suffice. Thank
Phantasm
you
is already
so
walking away.
much.
Phantasm's already
Thank
gone.
you so much. Dahlia will stand up and be like, "Thank you so much, Alexander. You've been such a help." And she'll go after she'll put, as she's saying this to him, she's just putting this wine bottle in her bag of holding. And then she gives a little wave, and then she hurries up to the phantasm and not. Is she gonna? Yeah, she is. She's going to hold up if the phantasm allows her.
Yeah,
She's gonna hold
I'll
on
turn
to
you.
her arm. She'll look to see if she can hold on to your arm.
Knowing that it'll fuck with that piece of scum, sure. And Phantasm will lock arms with you and walk confidently.
Yeah. And I want to do a subtle look to see to insight him.
So I need a couple things here. So as you're putting as first of all, when you say that, he goes, "Oh, it was my pleasure, trust me." And then make me a. Well, I guess I should ask: are you trying to do this stealthily, hiding the wine bottle?
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Then make me a stealth check or a sleight of hand check.
Well then, I do have a question. Has it been an
Okay.
hour since I cast Pass Without Trace?
I would say yes. Just on the cusp of that
that's
hour.
21 sleight
my
of hand.
A
God.
21 on sleight of hand.
Give me 1 moment. Sorry, my dog is bursting in my room again.
Bork,
Hi,
bork,
Dog.
heck. Heck, heck.
Hello. Hello, dog.
Fork,
Sniff, bork.
fork of good luck.
All right, and now to see if he perceives it. Oh. No. No is the answer to that question.
Oh, he doesn't see? Aw.
Yeah.
He is completely lost in Dahlia's eyes. And then, as you go out and you start walking away with the phantasm, make me a perception check.
Okay, perception 15.
He doesn't look upset. He looks surprised. And you kind of attribute that to, no insight check required. You kind of attribute that to Did he let me flirt with his girl?
Oh god!
Well, as they're walking away, Newt's just going to finish the last of his 2 drinks. And he'll just go, well, it looks like it's going to be your pleasure all night, pal. See you later.
You guys.
Blaine will walk away as well and just finish the water. He doesn't have
Well-
anything funny to say. He just walks away.
You all have a good night. And now he's left with more questions than answers.
I'm just about to say, listen, Newt is not a man famous for his interpersonal skills, but he is a sarcastic dick, so.
Yes. As you guys begin making your way away from the clockwork, would you like to gather up to discuss either in-game or above game before you move on to your next location?
For the sake of brevity, are we going to the library or are we going to the mercenary company?
I figured knock out the mercenary company because, if anything, if we could get some more secrets we can give Gizmo, that would help us.
Okay. And Gizmo is where again?
So we can find Gizmo through Laszlo, which Dahlia happens to know Laszlo, so that's our connection in.
Yes. According to what
But Dahlia
Alexander's...
hasn't mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exalia. According to what Alexander said, he doesn't know where Gizmo is, just that he knows the librarian. The librarian Laszlo.
Well, you have to give it, like, an address if you want a library card, so it only makes sense.
Having fun? Is it hard? Anyways.
Just as we get out of the bar, the phantasm's just like, I don't like books. They all feel the same to me.
Oh.
Oh. That actually hurts my heart.
Noodle just kind of look up,
That
kind of
hurt
like
me in a way I didn't expect.
I know. Newt just kind of looks up, like a little confused, and just like does the awkward Christian pat on the back. There, buddy. On the upside.
Today secretly, it's actually Toph inside the armor.
Well, yeah, no. Bun was pointing out in chat where that makes Dahlia and Newt basically Sokka and Katara.
Shit! That means I'm stuck in Zuko.
Well,
Hey, Zuko gets a good arc. Fuck you.
I was gonna say, hey, you could be Momo. Actually, no, that's
No.
Cobbler.
No, I have the scar. I have to be
God.
Zuko.
Oh, that's true. He's got a point.
I will say Dahlia, like, after we leave the bar, we'll just pat Phantasm on the arm and be like, how is Bob, by the way?
Slurps out of like the neck armor and stuff, and probably like just he seems fine.
Kind of
Like,
peeks
we'll-
out.
We'll like hand Bob back to you.
Wow, so this is what it's like with me and Cobbler all the time. It's uncanny.
Dahlia, as you're looking at Bob, who is now handed back to you, you're pretty sure he is slightly bigger.
Oh. Did I give Cobbler some blood, or not Cobbler? Bob some blood.
I don't know.
Bobbler.
Bobbler.
Dahlia will, like, tilt
Bobbler.
her head and be like, Bob, did you gain weight?
Bob looks away, embarrassed.
Tisk,
It is
tisk,
no
tisk,
matter.
Bob.
I should say it's not
for Bob.
he's not a lot bigger, it's just a little bit, but it is noticeable for someone who's has spent an extended amount of time with him thus far.
Dahlia will just, like, oh,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead,
go ahead.
Thero.
I was just gonna say he's got the proportions
no, you go ahead.
of like a fat rat. Like, you're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later. Just fat rat.
Dahlia will put Bob back on her shoulder.
Okay.
So, Blaine's just gonna walk up I would say that we're at an impasse of where to go next then. We've got two options. We've got this gizmo that we can track down, and we've got the mercenary company.
Well, I elected at
Think-
least visit the mercenaries first.
I concur. Besides, we can always go to the library later.
I have no strong feelings one way or another.
Well,
He
sounds-
kind of looks at the phantasm. I think that might be a first.
There's too much. We could go to the library, we could go to the sewers, we could go to this mercenary company, we could go to Dahlia's church. There's too many options.
Well, if it was simple, they wouldn't need people like us to figure it out.
I suggest we finish up on the last of the initial leads. Perhaps it will open up even more knots in this particular net to follow.
The phantasm will nod to the mercenary company.
Okay.
Though I do have one question above game.
Sure.
Was everyone made aware that the Mercenary Guild also doubles as a brothel?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, I just needed to know that. Let's go.
Only
This'll be
Blaine
fun.
knows that.
Yep.
You guys
be fun.
make your way over to the Standing Stones Mercenary Company. A little bit of background information for you, Blaine. In terms of this underground brothel, what you know is that there is some process to gain entry. And when somebody wishes to enter, they are brought back by whoever is at the quote-unquote job desk for the day, for the night, whatever, for the arbitrary amount of time that they're working, and they're brought back deeper into the building via that teller, I guess you could call them.
I see.
Go ahead and, just for any additional information, make me a history check.
14.
You know that it always revolves around a specific phrase. The phrase you're not entirely sure, but you know that it is a phrase used for turning in a job, quote unquote, and that the teller asks them to come back to get their pay. To come back with them to get their pay.
Gotcha.
That is what you know.
He
But-
will keep this under his hat for now.
Okay. You all make your way to the Standing Stones Mercenary Company, and the Mercenary Company acts as a guild. It acts as a tavern. In fact, let me change music. Hold on, as I'm thinking about it. Let's go for something else. Let's go for.
I need music for horse. I need horror music.
I actually know. I have the perfect gift for this, unironically. Thank you.
Yes.
Community. Just like-
Nothing.
Release the horse. Oh god.
I love Community.
Nothing
Oh.
like. Nothing. The best way to celebrate October is with your favorite genre, horror.
Ha ha!
Okay, I want
No
to attack
inspiration
Blaine.
for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the help action.
Yeah,
for
we're
attacking Blaine.
teaming up on Blaine now.
Worth it.
All right, well,
Horror.
without Blaine, y'all don't know that this place is a brothel, so good luck, I guess. But the Standing Stone Mercenary Company, as I mentioned, it's quite profound. It's one of the more popular ones within the city. It acts as a guild. It acts as a tavern and a place of temporary stay for adventurers, for those either with the guild itself or with those who just need a place to stay, who are adventurers either for needing to stay there for a job or just because they're in town and don't want to stay in a tavern, etc. There's a training hall. It's quite robust, and it's been here. It's one of the older ones in town. It's been here for a long time. And this music is more intense than I gave it credit for. Hold on. Let me find something slightly less intense.
I mean, the drums worked for it, but the rest.
Yeah. Let's go this way. That's better. You guys begin making your way in, and it's decently busy at the moment. You can see that there are a number of jobs up on the job board. There are a number of people who are kind of making their way, getting drinks, sitting with their prospective parties and planning out whatever. It's got a hearty amount of business at the moment. You see, as you guys enter what do you attribute to be the job desk alongside the job board, and a party has just begun walking away from this desk holding a sheet of paper deeper into the facility itself. And the desk is now free. You can see behind it is a pale, like almost not silver, but just like a matte gray dragonborn. They kind of they see you all come in, and they look to you all and go, "Ah, welcome, adventurers. Please come in."
Hi.
This is also intense. What the fuck? Why is all my shit intense?
It's thematic.
Yes.
Blaine will kind of meet the gaze of this individual. And
Make me a history check, Blaine.
sure. Why do you force these on me?
That's
That's a 0.
It occurs to you, you have no
Oh.
idea who the fuck this person is. You know you've seen them before, but you have no idea what their name is.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Just doing a little scroll. I'm pretty sure that's number 5, right? It's number 5? Number 5.
Dude, Tweet stole all your roles, bro.
For
What
real.
are you gonna do about it?
Arm wrestling contest. That's what I'm gonna do about it.
Yeah.
Somehow Dahlia beat you in athletics.
With those roles, yeah.
Blaine's just gonna kind of walk up. Hey, good evening to you. Do you happen to have any jobs floating around where you appear to be a little short on cash?
The Dragonborn looks to you all. Well, we have the job board here, but if you're looking for something more specific, I can pull up our archive, if you wish, of all available jobs. This is just a small portion of what we have, but truth be told with you, a lot of the jobs going around now involve the missing people in town. A lot of nobles are putting out separate orders for them. We have a specific section devoted to that, and you can see that about half of the board has a bunch of jobs that are sort of scattered, and then the other side has some that are more clustered together.
Thank you, Ron. Are these? Can we take a few and then put them back if not needed, or do you prefer they just stay?
If you wish to remove them from the board, you are more than welcome. You can come and speak with me if you wish to check out a job, but as long as you don't walk away with it without checking out, that is fine.
All right then. Blaine's gonna walk over to the job board and just kind of pick a few and says, "Here, let's find a corner and discuss everything that we're about to be, the job we might be looking to take."
Blaine. And I will actually give this to anyone who wants to. Anyone who is looking at the job board, make me a perception check.
Okay. 11.
Alrighty.
7.
Listen, I finally rolled above a 9. I'm
You-
not gonna look.
17!
You don't want me look like again, can't see through the helmet.
It's fine. Dahlia, you look down in the far right corner of the board and you notice a job that seems to have been sitting there for a while. And it appears to revolve around missing cattle. The pay is garbage. It's like copper and silver. And you're kind of thinking, why is this up on this board?
Dahlia will tilt her head and pick up that job.
Okay.
And she'll just take a closer look, like, missing cows. Interesting.
You have cows down here?
Blaine
Yes.
is
Why wouldn't we?
Cows are very bad at traversing steep areas. Also, you live in a cave?
I need Dahlia, Blaine, and the Phantasm to make me history checks. History or nature?
Oh, they're both terrible.
That's a 12!
9.
There are no cows down here. Not in Kara-Goah.
Blaine is immediately going to say, "May I see that, please?"
Of course. Also, now I think about it, don't think we have cows.
No, it's a curious thing. And he's kind of like trying to drag you guys away, a little further away.
Sure. I think Phantasm is picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Newt follows.
Above game, anyone who made that check would know that just for a fun lore fact, all the milk and like all the milk and like farm-based goods are artificially made here in Kara-Goah.
Oh, I hate that.
Create food and water. Useful spell.
Correct.
Listen, Thero, it's either that or try to milk a spider.
Correct.
At least that's organic.
Anyways. You're telling me an almond made this milk?
A shrimp fried this rice?
Yep.
Yes.
Uh,
Anyway.
he just kind of finds a table like a little bit excluded and just sits everyone down and sits the papers in front. Hey, can I see the one about cattle, please?
Yes. Here you go. She'll hand you the paper.
Thank you kindly. Now, before we get started with this, I need a word from you. And he points over to the Phantasm. To be on your best behavior.
Silently looks at you.
You're not going to like what you're going to hear. But for the sake of the child, you might have to swallow some things you don't find savory. Keep them under your lid for a bit. You can get angry at them later.
Slow nod, but very reluctant. But Yeah.
What exactly are you
Phantasm?
getting at?
This is not exactly what you think it is. Looks like a pretty upstanding merc company, don't you think? It's not. I mean, it is a little bit, but what it really is a brothel.
Phantasm's gonna cock their head. Just kind of turn.
Dahlia also tilts her head a little bit.
Completing the trifecta, Newt turns his head.
Complete the whatever the next step would be. Cobbler turns his head.
Quadfecta.
Quadfecta. To complete the quinfecta, Bob also turns his head.
It's a interesting cover, but the issue that rises here is that if we're here for information, we're never going to get anything from the front of it. That's not where the secrets are kept. It's not where the real information circulates. It's going to be in the back. Probably with those that run this place.
Great.
So we find them and we interrogate them.
I wouldn't exactly jump to interrogation quite yet, but yes, that might be on the table. After all, we're in the middle of their house. And you have to imagine a house is pretty well guarded. It's a bit different than the other places we've been dealing with.
Now, when you say brothel, I need to ask, the people, are they here willingly?
Can't say. I really hope that is the case. But won't surprise me. He looks very sour at that.
Great. So, how do we get to meet the lovely ladies and/or fellows?
He picks up the cattle one. I've heard through the grapevine that the way it works is that you issue a passphrase of turning in a job of some sort to the front desk, and that they'll offer to give you your pay inside. You get escorted back to where the real business happens.
Oh. Cattle.
That's an inkling, though. It would be an interesting, well, coincidence, and it might be our entry place. But I have a different idea, if you are open to it. And I think it might be something that we've used a few times before.
Oh.
Is anyone looking at the job listing while this conversation is happening?
If it's all
Oh, you
on
would.
paper, if it's all on paper, the Phantasm can't tell what's what.
Okay.
Dahlia will look into the paper while they're chatting because she's just like, but the cows, though, let you know.
Dahlia, make me a perception check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Freedoms, I'm gonna need you to stop.
For every nat one,
Dahlia's just
CG
looming
roll,
over the group in a
Dahlia
T-pose.
manifests another 20.
CG, come back!
No, CG needs to come back. How else will Dahlia roll really well?
Oh my god. I don't know what to say.
You good, CG?
I need a $5.
We don't have too much left. Don't worry, buddy.
No, it's fine.
Wait, I want to make sure that was my 4th or 5th one. I lost track.
Something like that.
Please
yeah.
be fifth. I really want to be fifth.
It might be.
I can actually roll open checks. There's 1.
God, she's
2.
cracked.
3, I believe.
I would have had 5.
I think it's just 3.
Oh no, 4, because there's one with an advantage, and it was a nat
Oh,
20.
okay, yeah.
So 4.
So, Dahlia, as they're kind of
Yeah.
talking, you're kind of looking over the shop order again, kind of thinking about how weird it is. You notice that in the corner there's like a sigil, like a wax sigil on it. And you kind of looking a bit closer, you can see that there's a small section of it that looks like it's beginning to peel.
I peel it.
Okay. You peel it, and the wax seal comes off pretty easily, too. And on the other side of the wax seal is a coin. The coin is odd, though. It's not silver, it's not platinum, it's not gold, it's not copper. It is plastic.
Fantasy plastic.
Fantasy plastic.
Fantasy plastic, my favorite.
It's one of those Pokemon coins that you get in the trainer boxes.
my
Oh
God.
shit!
Oh,
It's got
wow.
an Eevee on it.
Hang on a second. This gold piece is made of wood.
It's got an Ariados on it. There we go. I got there.
Do I recognize the symbol on the wax and or coin, or is it just like
The-
fantasy plastic?
The symbol on the wax itself is the symbol of the Mercenary Guild. You would notice that all of them had this seal, but this is the only one that's seemed to be able to be peeled, or at least from what you're able to tell. Perhaps
Mhm.
this was intentional. Smile. The coin, though, it doesn't really have any pattern or symbol or anything on it. It just looks like a plastic coin. It's got like small etchings in it for like just like feel, but
Mhm.
there's no like design on it.
Because I'm pretty sure Blaine and Newt are talking about like the whole thing, right? And she's like kind of tuned out of it
Mhm.
now, looking at this coin. And she'll like poke at the phantasm
Okay.
and like hold up the coin and be like, "Look what I found."
I can't see it.
Oh,
What is it?
coin. I think it's fantasy plastic.
That's actually just the name of the plastic.
Yep.
It was
didn't-
behind
It-
the wax seal.
You think we could use that to get to who we want to talk to?
I think so.
I guess take it to the front desk, lady.
Dahlia will turn to Blaine and Newt and be like, "So we go to the front and say we take the job, right?"
Far as I can tell, yeah.
I don't think that's quite the case. It's not a matter of taking the job, it's a matter of I've finished the job and then I'll get your pay, come on back. Right? That is what they
Above
said.
the game,
right, God?
yes, that is the
Yes.
case.
Then what is the coin for?
What coin?
There's you said there were no markings on this coin, right?
Wasn't there a
Nothing
spider on it?
distinct. No, it's any markings on it are like part of the coin itself. Like, you know how like quarters, they have like that rough like edging on the side of it.
Yeah.
So, Blaine will look over the rest of the jobs. Do they seem to be much more obvious? Like they look legitimate as opposed to this one with the cattle.
With all the context clues that you have, very much so, yes.
Okay.
You have stuff that's like, I got mugged. Go and find the guy who mugged me. There's a serial killer in X district.
Gotcha.
So we're looking for somebody to find him. Looking for adventurers to bring me X ingredient for X thing I'm working on.
Wow. You know, I wonder if the serial killer might have gotten abducted.
Would be pretty ironic. And also pretty funny.
It's a job about a serial killer who is hunting down criminals, asks them a question, and immediately butchers them.
One of your job title, or one of your jobs says, looking for anyone who has has sightings of the phantasm. I'm not crazy. Please help me.
I just imagine Dahlia like takes that one and pockets it in the bag of holding.
All right. So, we can take a gamble on this one if you want, or we could try and fish for more information to be more solid in how we do this.
Well, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, they don't recognize any of us, so us coming in, possibly trying to investigate, hey, so we heard this is a brothel, a bunch of tourists wouldn't be out of place.
Above game, I don't think that actually answered what I asked. Just
Oh, well, I was saying that basically that I think if we turn in the cattle job, I think it'll work out fine for us either way.
If not, I can intimidate our way in.
you know what? Fair.
Plus, we
Alright.
have coin.
I mean, couldn't we also say we're like working for Lady Daenerys and we need to ask everybody questions? Like, isn't that a thing we could fucking do? Or am I crazy?
Above. So that probably won't work. Actually, this might be better asked and solved in game. Now that I think about it. So, I don't think our passes from the lady are going to do much here. It's a backup, I suppose, but a name is only as strong as the people who know, fear, and respect it. If everyone here is working for a different name, they might not care so much. And I'd like to once again, and I say this because I know you're very enthusiastic about your work just from the little time I've spent with you. I ask you to once again hold your appetite until this is done.
I don't know if I can promise you that, if they are legitimately holding people against their will here.
If they're legitimately holding people against their will here and keeping slaves, then I shall be second in line behind you to knock this place to the ground. But until then, that is an assumption. And we still have a job to do.
Indeed. Indeed.
I think we're committed to this then. I'd say that we've found cattle and we're here for our pay, our reward.
Slow nod.
Sure.
Why not?
All right, gang. What's the plan?
Points to
Wish I
what
hadn't-
Blaine literally just said.
Yeah,
It's just-
I wish I had just a little bit more info, but I think we're gonna go with this.
Is
guess-
there a way I can help with that little bit of info above game?
All right. So hey, God, does it seem like we've put the pieces together on the password to get in?
In terms of turning the job in with the coin?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I suppose I'll be taking point on this then. And he gestures for the coin.
Talia will give the coin.
Let's go.
All right. You all stand back up. You approach the desk once again, and the dragonborn individual behind the desk goes, "Ah, there you are. Did you find a job to your liking then?"
Hey, we did. We also figured that it was about time to turn in an old job that we've had kind of sitting in our pocket. Here, and he kind of hands the slip. We've found the missing cattle. He puts the coin in there, and we'd like our pay.
Ah, I see. And they you said you put the plastic coin on the counter?
Yeah.
They take it and they look it over. Ah, I see. And this is all they gave you then?
Yes. Figured there might be a bit more.
Yes, we simply can't have that. And they kind of twiddle it in their fingers a little bit, and you watch as the coin vanishes in the midst of their palm. It above game, it's not magic, it's sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
I realized I had to clarify when I said it vanishes. Here, why don't you all come with me and we'll discuss your plan for this job.
Follow along.
Nods and follows.
All right.
Follow behind.
The group of you begin to follow. Go back deeper into the building as you follow this dragonborn individual towards a set of stairs. They turn to you all and they gesture toward. Oh, the set of stairs is quite wide. It's probably like 5 feet wide. They kind of gesture down the stairs. The receptionist downstairs will be able to take care of you. I hope you all enjoy your night. And they begin to move back towards where they were working.
Muttering under his breath as soon as they walk out of earshot. I highly doubt it. Come on, let's get going.
Yep, just
Follow.
moving. Yeah.
As you all move down to the bottom of the stairs, there's a set of double doors. You all open the doors, and before you is a very luxurious velvet covered floor. You hear often off somewhere where you can't see the sounds of music and laughter. You hear the clinks of mugs and glasses together. And you smell smells.
I was about to say, please don't describe a smell in a brothel.
You
smelly
smell smelly smells that smell smelly.
Anchovies.
Yeah.
It's
Not
Surprise!
anchovies.
Pizzeria.
Oh
Hey,
god.
welcome to the brothers, the brothel.
Yeah.
There's no one was going missing.
Dude, if
Everyone
there
was
was a-
just
if there was a
just
place
supporting
that-
a local business.
If there was a place that their tagline was like, "We got pizza and we got whores," I'm like, there. I'm there immediately. Let's go
I
right
have
now.
water in my mouth, dude. You can't do that to me.
Well, no,
Welcome to Tony's Pizza and Horse.
well, no. The best part is I imagine a place like that would also have a gift shop. I got the best slice in town. You figure out which
Oh
one.
my god.
But
Mushrooms are our specialty.
I'm so sorry.
But as you all enter the lobby of the brothel underneath the Standing Stones Mercenary Company, I believe that's a good spot to end it for tonight.
Oh god.
Groovy. I've been
Sweet,
holding in a piss for the last 15 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Now I want late night pizza delivery.
I have not. I thought I would have revealed the character's like the helmet would have came off like 2 sessions ago, but it's just the.
Oh, it's
haven't
gonna.
sat-
It's coming.
Oh
Probably.
yeah. Oh, I believe something's coming, but we'll...
Listen, we have a brothel and we have a secret monger who trades secrets for secrets. Those are prime helmet removal opportunities. Just saying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially considering that this brothel is run by a mafia family.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to
Oh.
reveal my face to a mafia family.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna have a fun time if Dally ever puts that together.
Also, if this place does use sex slaves, Phantasm's going John Wick on this place.
I will
like-
be providing a very large mall with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone here is just gonna be like, yeah, no, we're not cool with slaves.
Yeah.
I will admittedly, I will probably tag on Phantasm's cloak later.
We will do this, but not now.
Oh yeah, we'll get the information we need first. We'll get the information
And then we will beat everyone up.
if they're using slaves.
Yeah.
Also, Bun.
Who
not
knows?
Bun.
They could provide like full health benefits and dental. Like
True.
I mean, a
Uh,
mob family could probably afford it.
Yeah.
Also tweets, Bun wants you to know that they love Dahlia.
Thank you.
Yes. I should also point out because they only just started doing this today, and Bun has been a fantastic person to collaborate with for character art and Saved by the Spell. For those still with us, Bun is now doing 4 to 6 $25 commissions on their Ko-Fi, so you should head over to their Twitter and check them out.
Hold on, I'm pulling up Bun's Twitter real quick.
They draw some good stuff.
Yes, they
Oh,
do.
commission the bun.
You see,
Mhm, mhm.
this is the mistake. Artists come on here, they're like, this will be great. Then I'm like, immediately use my platform so they can have more, like, support.
Mm-hmm.
I recently had a commission done by Bun.
Ooh,
You saw it, CG.
I know, but that doesn't mean I can't be impressed by it still.
True. Well, I thought it was more surprised rather than impressed. That's what I had to see. No, it's gone. So let's go ahead and do outros.
Yeah.
Well, then we should start with you because you're already the DM.
Oh, heck, I guess you're right. Hello, everyone. My name is Farting Tart. I have been your humble dumble master for the evening. You can find me at twitch.tv/Farting Tart, where I do D&D. I do variety games. If you want to see me DM more stuff, I DM a long-term homebrew game on Sunday nights called War of the Shattered Sun, where our party just had a very heated and emotional discussion with a dragon. And nothing bad happened. Smilers.
Hi, this is someone who was in that party. I got hit with a breath weapon and then natural 20'd in the same turn by a dragon.
That is correct, yes.
That is correct.
And still survived.
Oh yeah. I also asked for it, so I,
Yeah, I was
You
about to say-
admitted-
letting
that
me
was
know
totally
you
right.
literally did ask for it.
yes, you as the DM said, "Hey, do you want me to hit you with everything?" And I said, "Fucking bet, my dude."
I think the exact wording was, CG, how badly do you want this? And your response was everything.
Yep.
Also, CG, I just want to see you and raise you. I just survived in a different game 8 fireballs at once.
Eh, Nice.
Nice.
No, it was not
Uh,
nice. It was the biggest moment of idiocy our party's ever had, and that is
Listen.
saying something.
Sometimes peak D&D is the DM flexing, hey, here's this big dick thing in front of you, and you're just like, okay, bet.
Bet.
Fucking let's go.
Exactly.
But yes,
Oh,
I run
oh,
that
big,
game. I
big
run that game.
dragon.
Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Oh, just like, oh, big dragon. Fuck you. I go up and kick the dragon in the nuts. But anyway, continue. Sorry.
But yes, I run that game on Sundays. I also have a Curse of Strahd game run by CG here on Tuesdays, which he will be able to share more when we get to that. I have a variety of games that I'm on different channels during the week. And tomorrow I'm going to be playing Dead Space 3 with my buddy Johnny, and we're going to have a good time and probably make a lot of dumb jokes. And Saturday I'll be playing Pokemon White for the very first time, where if you want, you can donate money to fuck with my Nuzlocke and make me cry. So, yeah. That's me. I'ma pass it to Tweets.
Beans, hi, yes, me.
You.
When I'm not busy stealing nat 20s, you can find me over at Twitter at Miss Tweetums, where I sometimes post art and memes. I do have commissions open. You want some chibis like the ones on the screen? I'm your gal.
Let's go.
Yeah. Or you could totally commission the other wonderful artists here, like Therapart or Fluster Bun.
Let's go.
We stand artists in this call.
Fuck yeah, we do.
Don't commission Therapod. They're a nerd.
You should totally commission Therapod because they're a nerd.
You should totally commission Therapod as I'm holding up my peace gun.
And I will pass it along to speaking of artists, Therapod.
Yeah, sure. Good. It's a good segue. Y'all know what I'm doing. Just twitter.com therapod_art, twitch.tv therapodart. Wednesdays and Saturdays over on the Unexpectables. Thursday I'm here. Mondays I do a game stream, which is either Final Fantasy or whatever I feel like. Yeah. That's it. That's what I got going on. My energy is leaving me.
I feel you. CG, where can no one find you?
Hi. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me in literally everything that Tark just mentioned. Basically everything. But Tart graciously decided not to elaborate much on the Curse of Strahd, which you can find on his channel at 7:30 EST every other Tuesday, wherein we finally got back from the Amber Temple after, almost being carried off into the night.
Let's go.
That was fun.
We live, Pog.
We have officially completed 95% of this module. We are in go mode, baby. It's just time to figure out to amass the troops, make sure everyone's on the up and up, and raid us a castle. So
enjoy
preparation
our
time.
15 sessions.
Yeah. Anyways, I hope we have a decent time with that, but I think that's it for my end, so I'm going to pass it on over to you, Vaughn.
Well, hi. You've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn, and you can find me on YouTube and Twitter at BurnoutVaughn, where, we're going to cap off this lovely week where we've had 2 D&D games with a 3rd D&D game on Saturday with Tart and CG in it. We're playing in Saved by the Spell, our Strixhaven homebrew game, where things have popped off. We may have just, learned an unspeakable demon name and then also unlocked a final puzzle to give us a ominous countdown timer. What's it counting down to? We literally have no idea. There's also a whole bunch of stuff that above game we don't know is happening, but we totally saw happen at the end of our stream. So hey, if you really want to tune into that, you can find all of the VODs for our episodes, including this one, in a couple of days over on my YouTube channel, where I have handy playlists for everyone, so you can just pick up whichever series you want, because everyone has their own flavor. And now, I see a rabbit online, so unless anyone else has someone they want to raid, I think, hey, Mr. Rabbit could use some love.
Let me
Yeah,
take a
sure.
little looky-see.
Yay.
I see. I do see. Oh, wait. Hold on. I lied. Rabbit's playing Tormented Souls, which is a great game. I take back anything I was going to say, and also double down on Rabbit.
Okay, yeah. Also, because I think I know exactly what our raid message should be, and I think he's the perfect person for it. So, as we count down this raid, I say our raid message should be, Tony's Pizzas and Whores.
Tony's Pizzas and Whores.
So thank you all for coming out. You can see us for Thursdays for the rest of October. And wish us luck, because it's probably only going to get worse from here. We love you all and hope you have a good night.
Night, everybody.
Bye. We love you.
Bye.
Poor.